Hey YouTube, hey Twitch, welcome back to episode 41. Today we are going to play for about 2 hours. So try to get on the colonization for the Volcanic Asteroid. Picking up right where we left off. Basically, let's see here. Basically, we just need to try to get all the magma inside this little chamber here. Using the pitcher pumps, so I'll probably get some more duplicants here for an extended stay and continue to take all this magma. This might take a while. I'm not sure if the Robo or if the rover can do this job for us. That'd be awesome if I could just send the rover over, but I'm not sure if that's possible. So on the previous stream, the chat told me that the auto sweeper can pick up from the pitcher pump, which I have never done before. So if that's the case, it's just as easy as putting an auto sweeper here and having it deliver to the bottle drainer, which would be amazing. So I'm going to try to do that. The only problem is that this is a vacuum, or at least it is a vacuum temporarily. Otherwise, it would get very hot because of the magma. So I can't exactly cool the auto sweeper just yet. So I'm not sure how viable that would be long term. Maybe it would be viable to just to set one up. So when this rocket is ready to leave, I have something here that can keep that process going for a short period of time until, or maybe I can put something like a backing onto it with a little bit of water, and that might be the route that I have to go. But nonetheless, that's the idea. Just try to get this lava or this magma put away so we can colonize this asteroid. Okay, so also let me. I'm just a little bit distracted by my phone here. Okay, so let's send a mission back here. Since we are picking up right where we left off, our canister fillers are not full, kind of not ready to go for any missions just yet. Actually, the canister fillers aren't that big of a deal. It's mostly these water reservoirs here. We need these water reservoirs active or full so we can have our hydro running and supplying oxygen while we are on our space missions. And also I should get something in here. Get a joyous seed. And so basically we're creating oxygen for ourselves here, and also power while we are on extended stays. But in order to do that, I need these full. So I'm just going to wait a little bit for that to happen. In the meantime, let's check on water tow. Water tow, we have, who is it? It's Watt Demian. So this was the duplicant that the chat named from the last stream. And this person, or this bionic duplicant, is doing a fairly decent job at running all sorts of things on this asteroid. So we'll keep that going. Let's just mine that out. Keep that going, I suppose. There's also probably graphite here that I could probably take home with me. So perhaps we'll continue to dig all that out. What is this? This is lime. Lime would be kind of helpful. I might be able to send lime home as well. But for now, he's going to keep digging. Maybe sending a rover would be interesting as well. For now, he's going to keep digging here. Getting more, I think we were after obsidian or iron ore. We were after iron ore so we could do something with it back up here, but I can't remember what exactly. Nonetheless, we'll get this oxygen canister emptied again. I do this because this allows the oxygen makers to pre-fill more oxygen canisters along the way. So essentially, if I keep dropping these bottles, more oxygen will come in, so I'll have more oxygen canisters prepped for duplicants should they need it. Take some of this iron here. Hey, Elusive Ocelot, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday, or Easter Sunday if you celebrate. Elusive Ocelot asks, how's the... Oh, I'm kind of blocking the chat. Let me move the chat up above the webcam here. I don't know if I was doing that last episode. I probably was. Welcome to the stream, Elusive Ocelot. The colony is going great, so let me give you an overview in case you haven't been by in a minute. So the main asteroid obviously doing really good. We are running low on surf and turf, which is kind of interesting. our fridge is entire and completely empty, and I'm not sure if that's because of a Paku bottleneck or if it's because of a hatch bottleneck. It might be a hatch bottleneck, but regardless, we have a ton of berry sludge, so food is okay. I have been on a decline of igneous rock for a long time now. I'm just not making enough to keep the hatches satisfied, which kind of makes sense because they eat a lot. So that's I mean, it was inevitable to happen. I'm very deep into the game now, and I've been feeding all my igneous rock to my hatches. So other than that, everything is fine on this asteroid. I have, funny enough, I don't have the sister asteroid online at all. I haven't sent anybody here since, I don't know, probably 1,000 cycles or so. So this will be a really easy one to actually get online because I have the teleporter right here, and I have a duplicant here waiting to be basically revived. So I just haven't really thought too much about it. I came here, I think, just long enough to get some arbor trees. Something has gotten entombed. Okay, so that's been fixed, I think. Oh, so let's get some of these guys going. The rocket, refill the oxidizers and fuel. Okay, water tow is doing pretty good as well. So water tow, we have infrastructure set up for Wat Demian. He's doing a great job at keeping himself sort of sustained here. He's got lots of water. I think I want to do like an infinite water storage thing here. I think that would be pretty cool for this asteroid. But got a lot left to do. I still want to mine it out. So I don't know, maybe that would be something that I work on. Also, do you have iron? So I could build a fire pole here, but I don't know. I should send some gold over. Freezeal's doing pretty good. Before I go over Freezeal, let me just shut these off. Freezeal is doing pretty good as well. So here we have Chip. Chip is a little bit hurt, which is kind of unfortunate. He probably went beside this Pokeshell, which was pissed off, and got hurt when this thing was still an egg. So maybe that's something I could just get rid of these things so they don't kill Chip at some point, which did happen actually. I took a Pokeshell egg from the mini pod here, and Chip got murdered by the Pokeshell. So I reloaded. The chat agreed that it's a good opportunity to reload in that scenario, and I did. And yeah, we have this infrastructure up and running as well. So Chip is sustaining himself here. He's got a Hydra. He's got water deliveries from the home planet via this thing here, the interplanetary launcher. So kind of, well, yeah, he's right now all the water is going into here. So right now he's getting no additional water, which might be bad. There's heat damage here. Why is there heat damage here? Oh, probably because of these gantries. Yeah, that's been happening lately as well. It's kind of annoying. Let's see. Oh, it's probably because I have these pipes out of igneous rock. It's not really good. It's like, I really need this to keep going. Oh, no, it's because the liquid oxygen was stagnant. That's what it was. So, anyways, that's why these didn't fill up either. Now it's going overboard. Okay, so let's fill these hydrogen tanks and then we'll be good. So yeah, that's how this colony's going. Let's see if I can delete these builds now. I don't need to build anything here with ceramic. And then the water just keeps flowing into here. It's too bad that this is how I decided to route the water, because by the time it leaves the Hydra on my main base, there's only about half capacity of these pipes. So I think probably a good idea would be to have like another diverging water pipe from maybe here, so I'm not losing half the capacity going to my rocket. Then I can get the rocket full quicker, and then I can send more water to Chip quicker, because if Chip runs out of water, Chip is pretty doomed. I mean, he does have a lot of oxygen left, so I can keep filling oxygen here. He has over 250 kilograms, so he's doing really good. But you know, he doesn't have infinite. He doesn't have any water supply here. I mean, other than all the water that I could melt, which I did start briefly working on. So I probably could get this hotter so I can melt some water here. That would be probably a good thing. Hey, what's up, Loxtech? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Louise Marlon, I think, is how to say your name. Hello, he says, hi, Ethan, Brazilian here. Awesome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Oh, no, that didn't work out how I wanted it to. I got a little bit distracted there. Well, welcome to the stream. Hello, I'm from Canada, so it's awesome that you're joining me all the way from Brazil. Welcome, welcome. Happy Easter Sunday if you guys celebrate, or happy Sunday in general if you guys don't. Holy smokes! We got a raid from Floke Setten, I think. Thank you so much for the raid. Black Methanol. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for the raid. I'm not trying to say I'm really good at butchering names, so Flokexiten. I hope that's how you say it. Flukexiten, maybe. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If you like Ani, I play Ani several times a week, so feel free to follow. If not, that's all right. No worries there. And yeah, thank you again, and happy Easter Sunday to all. Or if you celebrate, if you don't, happy Sunday in general. And hope that you guys are doing great. I raided out and did get pulled out of my own raid. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Are you playing Ani as well on your streams? Yeah, let's see. So yeah, well, like I was saying, so Freezeal definitely need Ani. Yep, cool. I'm gonna check you out after the stream. I'm gonna write you in a notepad here, and check out your channel after, and give you a follow. So really appreciate the raid. Okay, yeah. So Freezeal here, it needs a lot of water, and we don't have any water, and I just kind of created a little bit of a mess with all this melting, but that's all right. Everything's gonna cool down really quick because we're full of ice here. In fact, this area could use a little bit of ice as well. I probably could. So like this is going to get very hot. So I probably could just keep putting more ice here, but I would need a lot of ice to stop it from turning into steam. That's kind of going to be the problem with this build. So I'm not sure if I want to entertain this too much, because eventually I'll just start... Well, eventually it's just going to turn back into ice, right? Like, we have so much cooling around this area that this is not really the best solution. And I really want this to be dug out, but I guess Chip doesn't know how to do hard digging. So see if we can get him... I think it's a crafting station. Is this hard digging? Very firm material? I don't know. Let's get that one. And then Chip can work on that. And then, yeah, we're making a little bit of heat here, but... I don't know if it's going to be sufficient for what we want to end up doing. You is a very nice player. My English is bad, sorry, no problem. I can understand you just fine, so you don't have to apologize. Welcome to the stream. Do you watch the YouTube channel as well, Louise, or are you more of a live stream viewer? I'm not sure if I've seen you around before. By the way, I do have the Esca water here tonight, so as usual. So yeah, again, I'm only going to be streaming for about 2 hours, if that. It's going to be a short stream just to keep the Sunday schedule live upload going, and I gotta go. I have to go pretty sharp tonight at around 10, so can't stay for too long, but hopefully we can get a lot of progress done on this asteroid. Okay, so yeah, so finally we have some water going to on the interplanetary launcher. I believe we already launched something. Where is it? Maybe not. Maybe it's been a minute since we launched something, which is not the greatest thing in the world, but it's all right. What is entombed here? Oh, this thing is entombed. Okay. All right, so we want to send out more. I kind of wanted to try out the Robo Pilot. I haven't used the Robo Pilot all that much. I'm gonna raid and run. Too tired. Was falling asleep at my computer. No worries. I'm usually the same as well. I raid and then I usually end the stream late for me, and then I raid and then I get a dip. So thank you so much for coming by and checking me out. I will check out your stream as well. Right after mine, I will give you a follow. Have a great stream. See you soon. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming by. Have yourselves a great night. Okay, so I wanted to try out the Robo Pilot because I haven't used the Robo Pilot a lot. Where is the Robo Pilot? How do you get the Robo Pilot? Oh, that's a module, right. So let's see if I can build something that can the Robo Pilot module. Can I build this? Yes, I still have room to build this. Lockstock, how are you doing lately? It's nice to have you by again. Good evening, chat. Hey, what's up, Kira? I haven't been on YouTube a whole lot, so I haven't been keeping up with your videos. What are you playing these days? It's been a really busy week, and I haven't had time to watch a lot of content here lately. Well, how are you doing, Kira? Welcome to the stream. Louis says, I created a map on the same seat as yours. I'm learning a lot from you looking back at the old streams. Awesome. I'm really glad to hear that, Louise. That is so cool to hear. I'm glad that the streams have been helpful. And yeah, I really appreciate you coming by and telling me that. I'm relaxing tonight with Kingdoms and Castles. Awesome. Good to hear, Kira. Welcome. I'm uploading let me start that again. I butchered that. I'm uploading Series 2, Episode 26 right now. I will go live in about 12 hours. Right on. So 12 hours for me is 8 a.m. I might be able to catch you live, Lockstack. That'd be really cool. I should be awake at around 8:30-ish a.m. I have to do a couple things with my car. Well, I have to do my oil change and... I think the strength booster. I have to do my oil change and then go do some shopping tomorrow, but I should be able to pop on. Also, the second series of Core Keeper. Awesome. I'm going to try to definitely get on your screen. Let me write this in my schedule here. Lockstack stream. That would be super, super cool if I could come by. The video goes live, not myself. Oh, okay, I see. I'm too ugly and shy for the camera. Oh, come on, you're not too ugly. That's all right, though. I know some people don't like the camera, so... that's all right. I'm gonna check out your video then for sure. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, guys, if you're not familiar with Lockstack, Lockstack is also an Oxygen Not Included YouTuber, so go check him out for... I really love his commentaries. Very articulate speaker, and really enjoy listening to Lockstack when I have the chance. Kira's also a Twitch streamer, so if you're interested in... well, go check out Kira's streams. Kira plays a variety of games, as from what I understand. They do play Oxygen Not Included, but they also play other games as well. And the person who I always have to shout out, who I'm not sure if they're coming by tonight, but Stringer207. He's also an Oni player, but currently not playing Oni. You know what? Like I said, I'm not sure exactly what they're playing. They were playing... what's that game called? That 4X there's like vampires involved. I have the worst memory, so I'm not gonna try to even remember. But they're done with Ani for now, and they're playing something else. So go check out Stringer for some Ani gameplay, Ani playthroughs as well. Let's move this to the top, kind of like that. Let's see. Oh, I missed some stuff here. The Judicator. Hey, what's up? Hello, I'm new here, but I've been seeing a lot of your YouTube videos recommended to me. I haven't played the game since Spaced Out. Wow, that's been a long time. So I think it's time to get back into it, Judicator. you have a lot to catch up on. So welcome back to the community. Thank you for checking out my videos on the stream. I really appreciate that. That is awesome to hear. I hope that you enjoy the video. If there's anything that I can help you with getting back into the game, feel free to come by on stream and ask me. I love answering new player questions. So whatever you got, that's what this channel is all about. Okay, so I'm gonna catch up with the chat in just a second. I just want to keep this going as well. What I'm building here is just a way to extract more. Whoops, I don't. It's just a way to extract the igneous rock from here. This is very, very hot. Then it gets cooled in this chamber here, which is on. Like I don't want these tinker. Disallow tinker. Disallow. These ones don't run long enough for me to care about the extra power. Same thing with this one. Disallow that one. So it gets cooled in here, but it doesn't move from here very easily because I have the threshold set so low that it almost never gets as cold as I want it to before it starts moving. So what I did is I built it inside. I built the conveyor rail. Oh, this is not what I'm meaning to do here. Is I built the conveyor rail inside these insulated pipes. This is kind of annoying. Now I kind of messed everything up here. I prematurely connected everything when I shouldn't have. There we go. That should fix it. This is stuck in here for the time being, but... so I want to cool the igneous rock coming out of here, which is usually around 200 to 400 degrees. So, but I don't want it to spread all this heat throughout my asteroid, which is kind of doing anyways, but... Like the asteroid's already a little bit hot, but I don't want it to get like red hot. So I'm building it into the insulated tiles to transport it to this cooler here. And this cooler is going to be right beside the existing volcano cooler. So I'm basically just trying to double cool it, trying to cool all this stuff all at once. It's not the most efficient technique, I will admit, but I'm not usually too pressed about being the most efficient builder in Ani. I'm just here to basically make things work, and that's kind of what the channel is all about anyways. Just get things working and, you know, have a good time. I've been watching your videos to catch up on things. True Mod Tiles, is this bug after update? Yeah, so the True Tiles mod is... I saw the developer comments on Steam, and apparently you have to push the update manually through GitHub until Steam pushes it. Whoa! Until Steam pushes it to like the Steam Workshop thing. So I just haven't done that. I just found out about that. Oh, this is not good. Just found out about that recently. So this is all sandstone. That's why it's breaking. So I haven't had time to do that. Oh, oops, didn't mean to connect that either. So it's not working for me, but I will get it working probably soon because I really enjoy using it and I don't want to go too long without it. So I'm going to turn this into igneous or whatever, granite, so I have a little bit more performance here because it's very, very cold in this area where my rockets are. This whole area is cooled to... with liquid hydrogen when it's too hot, when the rockets go off. So it's very, very cold, even for these insulated pipes, and the water ends up freezing before it gets up here and breaks all the pipes. And I got to keep going back to fix it, so it's kind of annoying. I also need these online, so please, duplicants, let's get up here and mine these out. Hurry up. Hey, Mart, what's going on? Welcome. Happy Sunday, or Easter Sunday if you celebrate. Lox Texas, thanks. I'll go check out your channel too, Kira. Is it the same as your Twitch? Yes, I do a couple games doing Dispatch, BDB, but might switch to Outlast Trials until BDB fixes the meta. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you joining. Hello. Oh, by the way, so... Oh, it looks like the chat... I made some changes to the chat, so hopefully it works all right. I see that it's a little bit... not buggy per se, but it's just a little bit not lined up or whatever. It looks like the names get extended. I might have to make it so it all gets shifted to the left, but I'll do that off stream. So anyways, been doing some stuff off stream. Someone asked before to make the chat stay on screen longer so they can follow like the YouTube and the Kick side. Sorry, the YouTube and the Twitch side a little bit easier because I talked to both of you, but not like I sometimes get so far behind that you don't see who I'm talking to, since the chat gets so backed up. Like it just ends up going off. Who's making a mess? Amari, how did you get yourself stuck here? Okay, that's my fault. Okay, fine. I'll take that. That's my fault. Get back. No, just get back home. Look, please. Sean, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. Lockstack says, I want to record a few nights ago and had hell trying to get that working. To get True Tiles working, I had to delete the local mod files and resubscribe to them using the Steam. Oh, okay. I'll try that. Yeah, I'll try that then. That might be a solution as well. Thank you for that, Lockstack. I didn't even think of that. Sometimes, like, I know it's a thing that you have to, you know, try to get these things working when it's not. Didn't really want you on there, Sanyar, but you know what? Or Rivaldo, I didn't want you there either. I forgot that I was going to make it so the only kitty cats can come in here. Kitty cats can come in and leave. Everybody else, I don't want to be able to come in. Only kitty cats. Same thing with these guys. So Trivaldo, I need you to get out, because you don't need to be in here. You're wasting your time, and it's kind of annoying. How do I get you out? Oh no. Why am I missing Trivaldo here? Research. Oh, there it is. It's just very... Okay, get out. Please, I don't need you in here. And I don't need you in here either. Like, just delete this. So we took a duplicant last stream to the manual generator, and I built the manual generator in order to have the duplicant run so they can actually leave the base and not get stuck. We took Nisbet, which just happened to be the person. Like, so we had a donator come by, or a viewer come by and donate for get their. So let me restart the story. We had a viewer come by and they gifted a whole bunch of subs to both sides on the Twitch and YouTube, and they asked me to rename a duplicant Nisbet to Kitty Cat. And it just so happened that the next duplicant we got from the printing pod was Nisbet, so I took Nisbet and renamed them Kitty Cats. So there they are right now. However, when you take a duplicant this late into the colony, it's a very dangerous thing to let them out because they'll likely get stuck in the Atmos suit way out in the middle of nowhere and either die from starvation, pee their pants, almost certainly pee their pants, or run out of oxygen or whatever. So it's just, you want to get them on a manual generator to increase their athletic stat as soon as possible before letting them out. So that's kind of what's going on here, and that's what this was for. But then all the other duplicants started to use them, and so I just decided that I wasn't going to spend too much time there. I built another manual generator here, and this room has been unused for like literally thousands of cycles. Like, this pump was built 1660 cycles ago, so almost at the beginning of the game. It's kind of funny how long I've let this room just kind of sit there. But that's just how I play. I forget that things exist, and that's the way things go. Go ahead. Maybe we'll build a hospital here while we're at it. Why not? I can't take this out and then put a hospital area here. Sorry about that, chat. Let me just get back here. Dag meteors are back. Yeah, meteors are back. Meteors are pretty easy to deal with, though. So you have a lot of options. I'm using the meteor blasters. You can deal with meteors using the doors as well, which is like really, really easy. I would recommend doing that method if you are if you don't want to build or sustain the meteor blaster. But yeah, in general, they're pretty easy to deal with as long as you have the steel to do so. If you're running low on steel, it can be a little bit iffy. But hey, it's Kick on Twitch. What's going on, Kick? That's I am streaming on Kick tonight, guys. So it's been about 3 months since I was streaming on Kick. But I'm back on Kick because I was able to, or it allows me to stream at the bitrate that I wanted to now. So we're back there. I don't expect to get a lot of traction there, but I have the capability to stream on 3 platforms, so I decided to fire it back up. So let's see. Hey Jay, what's going on, Jay? Welcome to the stream. Foamy, I've been wondering about how to do a self-sustaining long-term colony on the metal asteroid. I'm thinking wild arbor farm to this ethanol distiller, petro generator, sublimination station. I mean, that would for sure work. I did a YouTube video on that a long time ago about using that exact same sequence of buildings and with the arbor trees as well. And also, that's exactly how this asteroid started. I think that might be probably your best bet if you don't have access to anything else. So maybe I haven't played too much on the metal asteroid, so that might be what you have to do. If that's okay, thank goodness I built that. I thought I might have to go back and rebuild the radiant liquid piping, which would have been really annoying. But it's certainly, yeah, it's exactly what we had on this asteroid when it first started the sublimination station. But the ethanol distiller to petro generator is probably the best bet in that scenario. Kitty cats, what's going on? Those are for me. Yeah, I was just telling the story to the chat about, I was going on a rant about how Trivaldo was using the manual generator that was meant for you, or your duplicant, and they were stealing your only workload in the whole asteroid. So I just told the story about how we got in his bit and how it was really funny that we just happened to get in his bit right after you asked to have Nisbet renamed after you. So I thought that was really funny. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Homie says, if my math is right, you can basically sustain 1 duplicant for every 2 wild trees. So that might be the case. I'm really rusty on arbitrary math, so it shouldn't be too much, though. I can't imagine it being a monumental effort to sustain with the trees. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Based on station usage, mod has option to control manual generator by minimum. Oh, right. Yes, you told me about that many moons ago, I believe. It's just another mod that I don't have installed. But the door method for me seems to work for now, so I'll keep it that way. And then maybe like I said, maybe we'll build a little bit of a hospital here, since I don't have one yet. I think it's kind of funny that I go all this time without building a hospital. Put some lights in here maybe at some point. But anyways, I gotta get going on a mission, guys. Okay, let's get a mission going. We have lots of oxygen. Just gonna do one more round of filling. Make sure that the duplicants are... We have both ultis on. Yeah, we have both ultis on here. And we'll add 2 more downtime slots and a bathroom slot here. I don't need bedtime for the ultis. And I'm pretty sure... Like, what else do I need on the volcanic asteroid? Pretty much nothing. I just need them to stay here long enough that they can deliver all of this into here. So we'll put this on like that. We'll disable we'll disable these so they don't go in the lava. Hopefully they can just stay on here and go back and forth. And probably build a couple more so they can like queue up additional. I don't actually need 2 duplicants here, to be honest, but whatever. We'll bring 2. And I think we'll bring some steel as well. So we'll go on space farther. I'll go on space farther here and just make sure I have steel. I have 5 tons of steel, so I should be good. Thermium would be really nice, but I don't really need... I mean, if steel's not good, thermium won't do anymore either. So whatever, maybe I don't need... There's Kick on Twitch, on YouTube, Streamception. Yeah, I know, right? I love that username. It's Kick on Twitch, who is showing up on YouTube chat. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. How are you doing? By the way, whoever just showed up recently, just want to say once again, happy Easter Sunday if you celebrate, or if you don't, happy regular Sunday. I'm glad you could be joining me tonight. Again, only on for about 2 hours tonight. Kind of going to be a sharp exit here tonight because I got stuff I got to do before I head to bed. And then, yes, that's how that is going. The next video, the rocket video, should be live hopefully tomorrow if the editing goes well. And this is part 3 of the rocket series. And there's a lot of info if you haven't used rockets before. There's nothing groundbreaking if you're very proficient at rockets. So as usual with my videos, I try to make it as easy for new people to learn the specific thing that I'm trying to talk about. So it's catered for new people or for new rocket people that are playing the game. So anyways, yes, I think it came together really well. So I'm excited to release it. I want this to go, if it's below, what do I want it to go below? Let's say 50 degrees. I don't know yet. It's going to go in here anyway and circle around and get cooled down more. But yeah, I think 50 is okay. It's not getting reheated anywhere. It's going to go straight back into secondary cooling. And then basically I'm just going to connect the pipes. Going to steal the supercoolant capacity from here. We'll use granite, I guess. From here into this, and then from here into that. So we'll just we'll steal it from here and have it go right back in. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I don't have a lot of ceramic, unfortunately, so we'll have to use granite. We are a little bit low on all that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how I want it to look. And then we'll add more supercoolant via... where can I add it? Probably, you know what? We'll probably add it right from here. So let's go like this. And then add a bottle. Oh, come on. Holy smokes. Then we'll add a bottle emptier. Okay, so let's get this rocket launched so we can finally go on a mission here. We got lots of water. We have lots of rad pills, eco power banks, gear bomb, oxygen, blah, blah, blah. We're all good. Let's go. Get the ultis on board. Where's the ultis? Where's my rocket module? Here it is. Summon crew. Get out. Everyone get out. Out, out, out. Okay, ulti 1 is here. Ulti 2 is here. Let's go ahead and send this to the Volcano Asteroid. And I don't think I'm missing anything. Let me just check. Nothing seems to be... I'm going to start the cooling right now. So that just triggers the cooling for this. Full. I got battery. I actually don't need the cargo bay. The cargo bay is pretty pointless. I don't think it's causing any negative... Actually, I'll keep the cargo base just so I don't have to redo this rocket if I want to go mine other things. But what's probably going to end up happening is I'm going to use this rocket to start mining. So let's just remove that, and we'll add the cargo bay to here instead. And you know what? Maybe what's in here? This is gold or reed fiber. Yeah, let's take out the reed fiber. What else is in here? Gold. Okay, so maybe I'll keep the gold in here. I'll just drop it off at another asteroid since I have it available. And then, yeah, from there we can... This should be... Yeah, this should be cooling. Okay. Anyways, let's go. Everything's out of the way. Let's go. Please don't get in the way of that rocket exhaust. Sorry, I'm really far behind again. Foamy says, well, the thing is, superconductive asteroid, as far as I know, has no renewable water sources by default. That's going to be quite a bit of a challenge, but yeah, I think your idea is going to work. I mean, the flow of resource harvesting sounds pretty on point. Jim says, if I had a penny for every time I forgot to build the radiant liquid pipes, oh yeah. I'd be rich, dude. I always forget that. It's one of the easiest things for me to forget is building piping. In fact, in my Hydra video, I feel so bad about it to this day, but in my Hydra video, I'm pretty sure I forgot to build the piping for the Hydra before I closed it in, and I didn't tell like the viewing audience for the video. So if you followed the video exactly without like without doing that check yourself, you would have forgotten the piping or something like that. So I felt really bad about it to this day. But I hope that whoever does end up following that video knows to constantly check their piping, and they can be like, oh, you forgot to check the piping. Right? It's just something that it always happens to me. I'm surprised I got this. I got this one. That was a funny coincidence. Yeah, that was hilarious, Kitty. That was really fun. That stream was great. I think that's what made the stream. It was just having this bit appear right away. How's the water on that rocket? The water is doing really good on Space Farter. I believe that's what you're asking. So the water is in these liquid reservoirs, and I'm just using it to create hydrogen and oxygen. And oxygen is plentiful, so we're doing really good. Hey, what's up? Emil, I think. Emil. I'm not gonna attempt the rest of the name. I'm really good at butchering names, so I'm not going to. Oh no. Okay, that's. Oh no. Okay, that's okay. I forgot to close this off from last stream, so it makes sense that this is gonna be obliterated now. It's built out of gold, so that's. How hot did I make the rest of this? Not too bad. It's gonna melt probably, unless the steam starts going really quick. I don't have to run. I could just rebuild this really quick. Let's get that built, and then is thinking gonna get hot here? He might get really hot. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Emil says, hi, Ethan. Last night I found the first video when you started the colony 3 months ago, and now you are on 1718. Very impressive. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you found it, and I'm glad that you're here to say hello. I really appreciate you coming by. And, oh, I forgot to build this. Whoops. Really appreciate you coming by and saying hello. Hope that you've been enjoying the video so far. I know it's only last night, and the streams are pretty long, but... anyways, hope that you enjoy the videos. Its Kick said it's a fun fact. Kick won't let you have its Kick as a username, which is just rude. So of course, that's hilarious. But it won't let you pick that. It must. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't. That's kind of weird. But it's funny that instead of, I mean, I'm sure you've had that username since before Kick. So, or maybe not, but that's just an assumption. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they wouldn't allow that to happen. Now, let's see. Did they get trapped in here? No, they did not. That's really good. This, unfortunately, still won't get picked up, but that's all right. We'll come back in here when it's dormant again. If I remember. Yeah, I might not. Hey, Vitaly, what's going on? Hey, brother, what's up? Doing great tonight, Vitaly. How are you doing? We just sent the space farter to the volcanic asteroid, try and get more progress done there. And I'm also building a cooler for the hot igneous rock that's coming out of this volcano. So this volcano, it's going inside the steam chamber to be cooled off. And instead of transporting the 300 or 100, whatever, very hot rock to this cooler, I built insulated tiles to transport it inside, so I don't spread that heat throughout the asteroid. And that's what's going on today. I gotta deconstruct some of this though. Yeah, that's fine. This will be a little hot, which is unfortunate. Can I fix this? I think I can. I think I should put it here. What's that from? Is that from Thomas the Tank Engine? Who's that from? This should be something that, yeah, I'll just do that. And then connect it to the power grid. Actually, I can just put it there. I don't know why I would build it all the way down there, but I've just built that, and then I can delete this row as well, and then close all that off. Close all this off too, so I got to reroute this to go this way. Nope, I did not turn there. I mean, I did turn, obviously, but I didn't mean to turn. And then just build a couple more ladders here. Get all that figured out. Kitty Cat says the other fun part was the stream was donating during the chaos while 2 dupes died. Yeah, that was a great time. It went from a ton of chaos and then being pulled away by chat and then back to the chaos. But I'm glad that the chat agreed to restart 2 cycles earlier, because not that I wouldn't have, like, I wouldn't mind keeping the dead duplicants, but it would have taken so much longer to make progress that way, because then I would have to wait for duplicants to respond from the printing pod, and I might not get biodupes right away, and this and that. So I'm glad that everyone was okay with me just continuing. By the way, Vitaly, did I answer your question? Yeah, I think I did. I was going to the... I read the messages in the wrong order. I'm going back to Volcanic Asteroid in order to continue working on the infrastructure there. Design failure, should have built airlock. Yes, one above the design phase. Yeah. So I always miss a critical. I always miss a critical. What's it called? Detail like that, but that's okay. Okay, so this one. Why are you using that? You have a bathroom to use, bro. Stop using the bathroom in here. See, it's like these duplicants. Like I said, they absolutely love like hanging out in lava, like for no reason, and they love using the bathroom, which they don't even get a morale boost for. This is hi everybody. It's a shorter stream today. Yeah, today is gonna be about 2 hours. I can't stay too late because I have a lot to do tomorrow. Tomorrow I do have a day off, but I have to do an oil change for the car. I have to go shopping in the morning. Like full on shopping. I didn't have as much things as I thought I did for the upcoming week. The cats need food. That's the main thing. The cats need food. And then I gotta finish editing my rocket video. Oh, and here we go. Speaking of rockets, we're back. So this is the only thing that they should be worried about is getting the. We'll open that up. Oh no, that's exactly what I didn't want to have happen. No, why are you waiting? Dude, seriously, right away? How did you end up in here? Get out of there. Why are you down there? Stop going. Dude, you can hang out anywhere you want. Why are you there? Okay, this is also melted. Unreal. Why? What do they do? I'm sorry, what are you guys doing here? You're repairing cold damage. Why are we getting... Oh, because it's... Oh, is it turning into igneous rock? Oh, this is very, very annoying. So, I suppose this is not going to work out how I thought it would. All right, fine. We'll take these off, and then we'll just have the magma going in here. No, not molten lead. Magma. Okay, there we go. And then you guys can stop hanging out in the magma. That's a lot better as well, because this is... See, stop hanging out there! I'm just gonna... Like, seriously, how... Okay. I cannot watch you guys this whole time to make sure that you don't go in the magma. You have to learn how to hang out somewhere else. Like, what is so hard about not hanging out in the lava? Do I have to like build like like a baby? You know how the babies have the thing at the stairs so they don't go tumbling down the stairs? I have to build like a special door here so you guys don't go in the lava and just sit there. You can literally hang out anywhere you want. But like here, look at all these tiles you have to hang out. No, you go right here. Oh boy. Yeah, I gotta go back. Are you gonna connect the super coolant? Yes, I will. I will connect the super coolant. Now, see, now the problem is I have them on Space Farter, on the Volcanic Asteroid to do all that work that I want them to do, but they're both hurt already. Within the second that they landed, they both got hurt from staying in the lab. Now, okay, granted, the piping issue was my fault. I'll take responsibility for that part. but I think Ulti 2 went straight for the... Ulti 2 went straight for the magma. Like, why do you do that? Please. Please, I keep using the wrong tool for some... please use some common sense. All right. Let's get this. I think this is good. I'm gonna take this off. I do have this bypass, but I think I might have overfilled it yet again. Maybe not. We'll see. So thank you for reminding me, Jay. It's from a book, The Little Train That... Oh, it's, I think... Okay, I thought it was Thomas for some... I knew it was something to do with trains. Kitty. That's really funny. It was something to do with like a nursery book or just in general, a kids. I used to love Thomas the Tank Engine, so that's where that lore of mine comes from, if you want to call it that. That's interesting. I have so much weird, like old wiring run here. So much redundant wiring. Okay, so now that this is connected here, I can also disconnect. I need to disconnect. What did I need to disconnect? Oh, this one. I needed to disconnect this. I gotta build a wall here. And then, yeah, they can get in from that way. Perfect. I need to also disconnect this. Otherwise, I'm going to melt. If I don't disconnect here, I will end up melting these... Whoops. The buildings. I will end up melting this because it melts at like 140 degrees. And this is for sure going to be more in temperature. So anyways, it's going to go up here. It'll connect to here. Perfect. This is built the correct way, I believe. So we'll disconnect the piping from here. And then this sends a green signal if it's below 50, which it is. So why isn't it going now? Is it because it's not connected here? Yes, that is correct. Now it should start flowing, and I have more igneous rock. And from here, I should be sending, as long as it's below, I would say 300 degrees, I think it's probably good to send through. And I can start accumulating all of this precious igneous rock for my hatches. And I shouldn't have too much heat issues here. So let's keep an eye out. I'm going to have lots of heat here, obviously, but I think maybe this won't matter too much. I can always close that. Yeah, you know what? I'll just close that off. I don't need to, not that I really need to worry about that, but just close that off. They can go around if they have to get here. They can come off through here. So building entomb, the bottle drainer's entomb. That's just fantastic. I don't need that anyway. Okay, so when you guys are like feeling better and are not feeling so compelled to wait inside the magma on your off time, you can go ahead and start loading more magma. All right, so let's see. Ulti, here we go. Let me guess, you were waiting in the magma. Perfect. Okay, that's great. You're doing excellent. You don't have to go in the magma. I'm just going to remove their capacity to stand in the magma. I shouldn't have to do that, but I just may have to. Okay. I'm having so much fun implementing tech from your save to my colony. Thanks once more. Plan on Gold Volcano next. Awesome. Dude, get out. Thank you. You know what? Whatever, bro. Just wait there then. I like hold your hand through this. I'm so glad to hear that, Vitaly. It's awesome. One of the best ways to learn, I think, is copying YouTube videos, copying schematics, and of course, copying directly if you have the save file. So I'm happy to share. Just going off what Vitaly's saying here, I'm happy to share my save file with anybody if you want to message me on Discord or email me. Like the save file is too big for Discord, but if you want to email me, I'm more than happy to share the save file if you want to implement some of the blueprint designs into your colony. Josh says, dang it, I'm late. We are now doing tubes, fancy. Yeah, the tubes, we had to redesign some of the tubing. You know what, I guess they don't get too hot here if their face is not in the lava. So whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand exactly how that works, but fair enough. I'm not going to complain too much. We'll just connect these. And then we'll have... Then they can queue up more magmas without having to... what's it called? Just stand in the lava. They can like continuously queue up more and more. I think that's probably a good idea. Actually, you know what? We'll make mesh tiles here so the magma can drain out. And then we'll build even more of these things. So we'll do that. And then same thing, we'll do copy settings. And then I can hang out up here instead of in the lava. So I'm doing some editing, and that emergency noise is raising my stress level. Sorry about that, Lockstack. These guys are just not very smart. I would just remove the ladders in the lava at this point. Laughing my ass off. I know, Josh, I know you're right. I just feel like that they... Like the RNG of where they should be waiting could be anywhere else but there. Mike says the same thing. Like I suggested last time, delete the ladder. No, you guys are both right. I mean, obviously you guys are both right. It seems to be okay if I give them some tasks. Because obviously they don't have a lot to do here because of all the magma that's in the way. So maybe if they're just like constantly loading more magma onto here, that's the solution to that. I don't know. The magma is going a little bit lower, so I can probably start maybe mopping this up. And that'll also help the situation. You're trapped? You're not trapped. How are you trapped? You weren't trapped 2 seconds ago. Anyways, whatever. Flying Rado, what's up? They need a warm place to stay. Delete the ladder. I'm okay. You know what? I will delete the ladder. I was gonna say I'm too stubborn, but they're stubborn. They're more stubborn than I am, and I don't want to wait on this screen forever. So let's just delete the ladder. You guys are all right. There we go. Now you guys can't mess it up. All right. I did my best to make it so you guys cannot get yourselves scolded, and then we'll just keep making more mesh tiles here, just to keep filling everything. And this will eventually keep going down. Like, it'll take a long time, but if I can get a good, like, this, as long as I have water, I can stay for, because water will give me power for their energy and oxygen. So as long as I have water, I'm good to stay here as long as I can. I should put a notifier on that. So when I do get low on water, it will let me know. I don't trust plastic bottle to store magma. I know it's kind of a weird concept, isn't it? You guys are not trapped. Stop. Oh, these guys. This is getting full damage. Yeah, I suppose eventually the heat is not going to keep up with the fact that these are. Well, maybe when this gets hot enough, the cold damage will stop occurring. All right, I could probably put it in igneous rock. Insulated. That might work as well. See if that ends up fixing stuff. I just want to keep them busy. Like, I kind of hate wasting material on this asteroid because there's not a whole lot of it. But you know what? If it means keeping them busy, I think that's fine. Yeah, it melted right away. Okay. How about obsidian? Where's obsidian? There you go. Let's try that. If delete, how will they get there? Right? They're probably so pissed now. They're like, oh, we liked sitting there. Okay, so another thing that I need to do on this asteroid, which I almost don't want to do prematurely, but I need to make a printing pod. I think I'm going to put the printing pod up here because this area... you know what? I don't have to have the printing pod available yet. I didn't realize this until I was too late on Free Seal and Water Tow, but I cannot delete the printing pods once I build them. So I don't want to prematurely build the printing pod and then have it in my way like it is on Water Tow. At least on this asteroid, they're kind of in an okay area. Also, I can level up Chip here by the looks, or Watt. Yeah, I guess I will give him schematics, and then ship can be leveled up as well. Amazingly, ship has no things. So let's give these guys a little bit some more athletics. Go back to Freezeal actually, and Freezeal we can just build some more boosters just for the sake of having boosters available, and then that will allow Chip to be a little bit quicker as well, because each booster gives I think +2 athletics. So we'll give suit sustaining, suit whatever. How many? Okay, we have 15 microchips, so I'll wait a little bit on that for another one. Do we have a soldering station here? Yes, we do. We'll give another suit sustaining booster here. And yeah, so these guys should be sleeping though. So Chip should be and water. Yeah, these guys have a sleeping schedule. Good. Now that I think about a good point, it says that's in response to Jay. Fomi says you should really think about installing a door to stop him from going into the magma. Well, we did do the nuclear method and just eliminated their ability altogether. Replace a tile above with ladders so they can place lava from above, then delete. Well, they seem to be okay now. You guys had the correct. You guys all had the correct solution. Just delete the lava or the ladders and it's fine. Empty storage. We got an interplanetary thing there. I didn't know we had one land there, but that's cool. Okay, let's build a beacon actually. That would be an awesome thing to get going. Maybe we'll build the beacon here. I don't think this will ruin the solar panel if I build a beacon on top of this. Now it might not be ideal because of the location of the what's it called? The exhaust from the rocket, but I can always let's just build it out of gold because why not? I can always build this up a little bit higher. Like they don't need to access this area at all for anything. So we'll just do this, and that'll help protect the solar panels more as well. Give them something to do that's not that doesn't involve being in the magma here. This is what's happening as the last job they completed is delivering the magma, so they idle there until another one shows up. Oh, okay. I didn't know that's why they do that. It's kind of annoying, but I suppose it makes sense from like a design perspective to idle nearby the last completion area. It's just so weird that they go back. Like it's just they have no coding to say, okay, this is a dangerous area, so I'm gonna wait somewhere else or whatever. But I suppose that's part of the fun of the game. Honestly, like I complain about this stuff, but it's really okay, bro. You have rad pills. You have rad pills, and you have break time. Look at all the rad pills you have. I mean, I complain a lot about these duplicants doing duplicant things, but realistically, it kind of makes the game a little bit more fun when when they're being so silly. I'll use the word silly for you. Hey, thank you for the follow, Vesperus. Appreciate that. I don't know why it's not appearing on stream, or maybe it did appear. I just missed it. It could have been that I didn't get the notification in my headset for some reason. Let's turn that on, so maybe I do get the notification. OBS has been reinstalled since the PC update, so that's likely what's happening here. Is that the notification did come up, it just wasn't on my headset. Okay, Ulti, I need you back in here so I can take off your suits, because you guys are gonna get so pissed now that you have radiation. Yes, please go back in. You're on break. Perfect. Let's take off your suits. Because you just vomited in both of them, right? So this is a War and Atmos suit. Let's repair that. And then get another one on. Ulti, where are you? Ulti 2. Get one on, please, right away. Take your rad pills too. Like, you guys should be taking rad pills. Please tell me that you can take rad pills. Yes, you can definitely take rad pills, so do that. And where did you go? Please put on your rad. Yes, thank you. Good job. Good job, you guys did it. Yay, they did it. I think the cold damage was because the magma was immediately turning into igneous rock as it was traveling through the pipe. Because don't forget, the pipe has a lot of cooling capacity. Like it's not a lot in like relative terms of like radiant liquid piping, but when you build piping out of sandstone or like whatever, that piping is going to be X temperature, let's say 40 degrees, right? So when you're running magma through that piping, the magma will cool as it's traveling through because it's exchanging temperatures with the pipe itself, despite the fact that it's obviously in magma or whatever. And because magma solidifies at 1400 degrees and it's traveling through the pipe, it can really easily turn into igneous rock inside of that pipe. So I think that's what was happening. In fact, that is, I'm 99% confident because that's why there's igneous rock all over the place. So that's the reason for the cold damage. Now, all I did to rectify that is change it to, well, I changed this to igneous insulated pipe, and then I changed it back to obsidian. Now it's working fine. So whatever, it's fixed for now. Eventually, this piping will not work at all. Actually, maybe it will because it's very hot now. I was going to say if I extend this and there's no magma here to heat up the pipe, this piping will stop working and it'll just turn into this igneous rock as soon as it's traveling through. But it should work for the foreseeable future because the pipe is now adequate temperature to hold the magma and not turn it into, not cool it and solidify it. The dupes, they will find a way to mess up or get stuck. That they do. Hey, thanks for the moral support, Vesperus. Appreciate that. I'm going to have a swig of Esca on your behalf. Welcome to the stream. And again, I really appreciate the follow and the support on Twitch. And thanks for everyone for being here as well. Everyone who's on YouTube side or the Twitch side and just lurking. Please hit the like button if you enjoy Ani content. Hit the follow button if you'd like to see more. And if you're not following or subscribed already on YouTube, that would be awesome. Let's see. This shouldn't be in the way. Let me just check the light over. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. So this will be good for launching payloads here. I just have to get some power to it. I think gold will be okay. I will build it from steel. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just go up like this and then build. Yeah, we'll just use gold. Gold is fine. Akira says, I think they use the gas bottles for magma, at least for insulation. Why not at the bottom of the ladders? Yeah, I don't know why not at the bottom. Are you asking why they don't hang out there? Not sure. Why take the rat pills when you can vomit radiation out? It's true. Good point. Right? Good point. Free liquid each vomit. Insulated pipes, I think, was still set up higher temperature. Insulated pipes, I still think, would have set higher bottles. Temperatures would work. Yeah, I mean, maybe. This is working for the time being, so I'll just continue with it. It is slowly but surely decreasing the level. And if I can just get it low enough that I can start building like an oxygen maker here and start delivering water, I think we're good. Because realistically, the infrastructure that we need is not too bad. Like, this can be condensed. Not that I like it condensed. You guys know I like to have things quite uncondensed. But actually, all right, since we're here, let's go ahead and just take out all this garbage. I guess we'll put it all in here. Sweep all the garbage up. And what's melting? Why is this melting? Oh no, what are you guys delivering here that's hot? Please do not break this base. This is lead that's very, very hot. Oh, is this? Oh, okay, it's power bank. It's a power bank exploded. Okay, makes sense. We just lost power to all the rocket infrastructure, I think. Oh no, this doesn't do anything. Yes, it does. It goes up here. But it's connected through the back as well, maybe? I don't know what we lost power to, but anyways, it's working. It's back up now. It's just the power bank. For some reason, the power bank was here and it landed in the water and exploded. So no big deal. Happens I guess. I don't know. Insulated changes the way temperature interacts between them, though. Yeah, I think it's just a lot less. Correct? I don't know the exact math. To be honest with you, Kevin, I just think that was the issue on this particular one, where since it was built out of regular piping, I thought it would be okay because it's surrounded by magma, but I guess the piping was still cool enough that it solidified quickly. Anyways, it's working now, so all right. Lost says, have a good night. I have to go. Thanks for the stream. You are very welcome. Thanks for coming by. Sorry I didn't get to your message earlier. You probably have left by now, but I'm just catching up with the chat. Why not place the beacon at the bottom of the ladders? Yeah, you're right. I could place it right here, actually. There's no reason to have it up here. I suppose the only deterrent to that would be is maybe this might, if I open this prematurely when the rocket lands, there could be too much steam. I don't know if that's even really a concern, though, because it is surrounded by vacuum, so it's not that big of a deal. That being said, though, I kind of want to relocate this switch, kind of in an annoying position. So let's put it right here, and then just build this like that. Yeah, so I could put it right there, and that would help transport items as well. Let's do that. I guess I would have to move the ladders. I should... So, thinking about your question now, I think what the long-term plan for this asteroid will be is to relocate this platform all the way over here, like I do on all the other ones, kind of move it out of the way so when the rocket lands, I can build a separate tunnel and have more open space to use for activities. So let's go ahead and start that. It won't be too bad, I think, to start digging this out now. I don't think this magma will come over the top. Although I have seen weirder things happen before in the Ana universe. So let's just see what happens if we just start digging that out and build it, and preemptively building this rocket platform over, so the next time that we come here, we don't land right beside the solar panels. So obviously we have to get rid of all this magma first, so we're not in the ideal situation yet. The problem with this asteroid is that I'm already at the very top, I think. I don't think I can build this rocket platform any higher and have it so that we are clear from this area. Like, I don't think it will land if I go too deep into the zone. And I really don't want to build it and then set up all the infrastructure and then just to find out that it's not going to work. So now I'm going to send them back in here for briefly. I want to open this up. I wish they were both not in here at the same time, because then I would have like one duplicant. Let's just get them back in the cots right away. Let's get them back in here really quick. I wanted to open this up so I can get the lava flowing, more magma in this area. So, and then I can clear this off faster. Maybe have something like this going on. They can come up here, get this done, and then get that done. Something like that. Vitaly says, legs, sorry, how's work? Moving up the ranks in the epic tier electrician. I'm already kind of as high as you can go in as far as tier, besides like opening my own business. So in general, it's going pretty good. As good as it can be for, you know, being an electrician. It's not the worst trade in the world, not the best either, but I don't have any complaints right now. I think things are pretty good. Yeah, it's all right. I don't really have any. I haven't worked since Friday, so I don't really think about work too much when I'm off. It's just one of those things that doesn't cross my mind when I'm not working. I usually just think about. I don't know what I really think about. Just definitely not work. Since we have some duplicants idle here, what I was doing is getting all these areas filled in. So we'll continue that as well. Just go do something like this. Get them to start working on these areas, and also over here. start to fill up. I'm trying to condense this asteroid, seeing how far I can get before I finish the game. So all the radiation vomiting again. Dude, you guys have 59 stress. Ulti 1. Oh no. All right, Ulti 1. You need to please do not leave. I'm gonna take off your Atmos suit. Please do not leave the rocket. All right. Now, please put on another Atmos suit. Where's the Atmos suits? Surely there's another Atmos suit here somewhere. Because this one is not going to work. It's worn. I have reed fiber. They should be able to fix this. They have a worn Atmos suit there. Not sure. Oh, there it is. Okay. This should be their #1 thing to do. Please do not leave right now. This would be the worst time for you to leave. For some reason, I have no Atmos suits here. Which I thought I did. I do have Atmos suits. Where are they? Oh, they're behind the thing. Okay. Hang on. I gotta get one back on. So, Atmos suit. Where's Ulti 1? Please get that on ASAP. Why is it #4? Oh, he's on the thing. Okay. I think 9 should do it. I don't want him to leave this area before he has a Atmos suit on. I don't think Ulti 1 has Sunny disposition. I think it's Ulti 2 that has Sunny disposition. Okay, there you go. Can they melt the magma now? No, they can't. I think it's just too much magma. Josh says, me and Ani, something happened and I don't know what it is. Oh well, then the colony dies. That's Ani gameplay for you. Can they, hey, what's up, Wiggle every time? Boop. Welcome to the stream. Awesome username. Does a partially damaged demolier have less resources? Good question. I'm not sure. I am not sure. I mean, like realistically, I think it would, but in the same sense, like when you destroy the demolier, you have a bunch of debris in space, and damaging the demolier doesn't put debris into space. So I would think that no, it does not. I think it still has a full amount of resources, but I don't know. What I will say though is if you've already spent the time to damage the demolier, it doesn't seem to make sense to me to let it hit at that point. Like you might as well either commit to destroying it or commit to letting it hit. To me, it doesn't seem to make sense to do just one or the other. Sweep? Do you think sweep will work? No, sweep doesn't work, unfortunately. Too much liquid. I'll be able to get rid of it once these bottle emptiers are finished. Like, I think what I'll end up doing is just building tiles. Like, right now, it's not hurting the ulti, so I'm not too pressed about that. What I don't understand is why they're having such a hard time taking rad pills. Like, okay, I get that they like to live in the lava. That part I understand. But why are you so intent on not taking rad pills? Like, you guys have an abundance of rad pills here. You guys have enough breaks to, like, do you not have? Can you not, like, actually do that with your, is it doctoring? Can you not do doctor? Is it, I don't know. Like, I don't understand why they're not taking the rad pills, you know? So whatever, I'll take doctoring off. Hopefully that's what that was. Oh, there they are. Okay, they're doing this to each other. I guess that's fine. Yeah, it's rough to fit in a big rocket into some of these planetoids. Hey, what's up, Dark Arak? Thank you for coming by. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it is tough, I suppose. I mean, it's all right though. It is what it is. It's kind of fun to. So what I'm trying to do, Dark, is trying to get each asteroid with at least one duplicant on it. Maybe more in the future, but just one for now. That was sort of my unique challenge for this playthrough. Because usually I just play through the whole game and not do anything with regards to that. I just have the printing pods activated so I can get the tear open. But this time I'm trying to get at least one duplicant. I just find it to be too much back and forth clicking to go through all that process. It is actually a lot of fun though. I will say that. So I don't mean to be negative about the whole spaced out DLC business. I'm just I just don't usually go through with it, especially if I'm playing offline. But since I'm playing on stream, I definitely want to get the whole the whole completionist thing thoroughly complete. And then we'll continue building these walls here just for fun. I think we're doing pretty good so far. I guess I can build that. They can probably reach all three and build a couple more things there. And we'll just keep going. Keep going and get all those done. Okay, let's check out how we're doing on this cooling system. So we have all the igneous rock being cooled thoroughly before it goes into the second cooling chamber, and then it's sending it right up to our hatches. Now, of course, the hatch farms, actually I can delete this. The hatch farms are, igneous rock is now only 98 tons. Holy smokes. So what I need to do, which I kind of already forgot, is I need to send this rocket to do some more harvesting for me. So let's go ahead and add a module. We'll add the drilling nose cone. Where is the drilling nose cone? I probably already passed it a bunch of times. There it is. And then I want to eliminate some of these. That's not what I want to do. I'm going to keep the cargo module just because it's already loaded, and I'll send it to another asteroid. The battery and solar I will keep. The artifact module is what I want to delete. And then hopefully we can add a cargo storage module. I might just have to live with the fact that I have to get rid of this cargo module before I'm able to launch this rocket. Actually, I don't need the solar and the power because the rocket will be traveling most of the time anyways, I think. So I'm making power, and I'm not going to have a duplicant inside. I don't want to disassemble it too much just in case I have to send a duplicant on it in the future. So yeah, I can't send any. I cannot do cargo bays anymore because of this autopilot module. So I might just have to live. Well, can I do a quick mission to send this, just to get rid of this? Where would I send it to? Watertoe? Do I send it to Watertoe or maybe Sleetaline? Sorry, I was in ads. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on chat, but Wiggle, I just said great username. And what else? What was your question? Does a partial damage demolier have less resources? So, so I'll start the whole thing again. I don't know for sure, but because when you destroy the demolier, it leaves a cloud of debris. And when you damage it, it doesn't. That would lead me to believe that it retains the full resources until it hits. So there doesn't seem to be a reason to damage it and let it hit at the same time, unless there's a mechanic involved where they in fact do get smaller and smaller as you damage it. So I haven't tested it before though, so I can't answer that very well, because I've never tested it. But I also said that's a great username. So I really enjoy the Wiggle every time username. Biodupe puke out sulfur. I'm not sure if they puked out sulfur. They were puking out gunk, as far as I know. Gonna have to move the pitcher pump soon. Yes, I will. Yes, I do have to. But let's go, before I get too far distracted, let's go ahead and launch this. I have the Robo module now. Robo programmed. I have to get insufficient data banks, no destination set. Okay, destination's easy. We're gonna go to here, and then data banks are easy to deliver. You guys should have plenty of. Yes, we have 100 data banks there. Let's open up this. I think we can go. I don't think we need a duplicant on here. Everything should be good. Let's just do a save. I've never launched a rocket without a duplicant. And, well, I mean, never is a strong word. It's been a long, long time since I've done that. So select crew, nobody. Make sure there's no one on board. I don't want to take anyone with me by accident. Let's go ahead and launch. Loading crew. There's no crew. There we go. Perfect. So as soon as we get there, we'll deploy the... Yeah, it's melted again. We'll deploy the cargo, then we'll come back. Okay, so now that I have more ceramic, I think we'll do that. I also have to... By the way, I should have a lot of mammoth patties, which I think... Yeah, they make clay, so I definitely want to process these so that I can get some more ceramics. So mammoth patty, let's just do that on infinite. Yeah, that should be fine. Might have to set up another one actually. Let's see what the printables are. I'll take the node. I was going to reload a save to get both achievements. Oh, okay. So that's how I did it as well. First I let it hit. Sorry, first I destroyed it, but I made sure that I had all of the like I destroyed it all at once, and then I let it hit. So I was able to reload without wasting the materials for the interplanetary launchers, I think. And then I went back, I let it hit, and I played 100 cycles for the achievement. But that's a great idea, Wiggle every time. Are you sure you made them consumable? Yeah, I think they were consumable. The ultis are both allowed. I feel like they eat rad pills even if they're not irradiated. I did it myself. Yes, they do, in fact, eat a little bit. Yes, they do. They can both eat the rad pills. But remember, Dark, that they get radiation just from being like exposed to space even ever so slightly. So they'll accumulate radiation here. And if they don't pee out the radiation, all of it, or if they don't go to the bathroom in between or before they have the opportunity to consume it, then they'll be prompted to consume the rad pill. And oops, this is not really good. Let's go ahead and get that covered back up. So I think that's kind of what's happening is I definitely don't want this to destroy all that. So it might be time to actually build some temperature plates out of ice here. And that's maybe a good way to get a little bit of water from them or something. But I don't want the things to start to overheat. That would be horrible. It also gives this duplicant something to do, so why not? I mean, this is not the best way to like insulate this with the Bissolite. So that's also a problem. We do have some water now here, which is really cool. We have some brine as well. So I think what I'll do is put a pump here. So at least we can harvest the water as we need it, and we can just put the brine somewhere else. So maybe put that there. And then I'll have a little filling station for the brine itself. Maybe something like this for now. Just put it over here. Put this guy here. Put this bottle drainer here, just to get rid of the brine. Put that there or something. See here. Kitty says, does lead do a good job of blocking radiation? Maybe a layer of lead tiles under the solars. Yes, so lead is, I think it blocks like over 50%. I can go check. I'm sure I have a lead, something out of lead that I can check with. So the radiation blocking for lead, as far as the conductive, yeah, this is nothing. I thought it would be like a general thing for lead. Okay, well, the cobalt tile blocks 50%. So I imagine that since lead is like known for blocking radiation, it would probably block a lot more. Hey, thank you for the follow. Let's see here. Maldo Baron, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the stream, chat. appreciate you stopping by. Feel free to say hello. So yeah, lead would do a pretty good job. Let's see if I can get that done. By the way, whoever mentioned, I think it was, who was that? Oh, Jay, I think. Yes, you are right. I did have to move this and I totally forgot about it. So let's see. I don't have lead here. I have gold. So let's see. Is it worth blocking this? Yeah, I think it is worth blocking this. So that's actually a great point, Kitty. Go ahead and do that. Gold is better than nothing, I think. And of course, they have the capacity to build lots of it. So that is absolutely fine. Kevin says, doesn't digging skill affect drill cone usage? Not sure if it is just a mod that I have. That's a great question. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't usually send Robo, what's it called? Spaceships, but I guess we'll find out in this episode really soon here, because as soon as this spaceship gets to here, I'll be able to deploy the whatever, and then I'll go and start mining something here and check it out. Now, I'm not going to be able to bring anything back because I don't have any cargo capacity, but I can start mining one of these clouds out, and we'll see if they do in fact have any need for a digger. I don't know why don't I have eco power banks here? They must all be on the rocket. So let's go ahead and build some more. I was almost certain that I had a whole bunch of these builds. Let's just build 100. I guess I can't build 100. Let's build 50. Building melted again. So I think, yeah, this is not. I need to go back in here and plug it. That's kind of what needs to happen here. Okay. At least the cooling is like happening. I think what I need, yeah. Let's do that. Let's go back in here. Do a really quick blockage. Do I have anything to block that with? I think it has to be something like coal, right? Something that can melt at the temperature. Let's see. I have igneous rock, granite. Will granite block it? Will sedimentary? Where does sedimentary rock melt at? Let's check coal. Coal melts at 200. Sedimentary rock. Sedimentary. How do you spell sedimentary? There it is. 900. I don't know if that'll melt in time. What can I? Oh, maybe plastic. Plastic should work if I have plastic. I don't know. We're gonna check it out. No, plastic's gonna turn into naphtha or naphtha. Not gonna work. Sedimentary, granite, igneous rock. I don't think I can block this, so I think I'm pretty much. I think what I have to do is build something like this. So let's do that. Let's come in here and build this. I'm gonna. Oh, I can't dig into that. Whoops. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to get a hard digging, super hard digging, right? Yeah, it's abyssalite. So let's get the digging. Do I have any boosters here for that? I have suit sustaining. No, I need the digging booster. Extreme digging. Let's get that built. And then go back to skills, chip, digging, advanced medical. I don't really need advanced. Yes, I do need advanced medical. I have suit sustaining. So yeah, once I get another one done, we'll add dirt or peat or coal. I don't have any of those. Power banks are consumables. I thought I had a lot though, because I think I made like 50 in the last episode. But now that I think of it, I may have made the 50 and then immediately reloaded. It might have been that during the time when I reloaded the gameplay. Sorry, Maldo. I just got back to your message here now. Hi, I've discovered this game recently. Sorry for the long name. You can call me Maldo. Awesome. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the community, Maldo. That is awesome. This game is a lot of fun. It can be a little bit frustrating as well, so feel free to ask questions. The community is really, really good at helping. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Plastic is another good one. Deplete. Yes. Oh, yeah, plastic. Right. I don't have a lot of options on that asteroid. So I think gold for now will do pretty good. I mean, better than nothing anyway. We went from 375 to 270. So not the best, not the worst. You guys seen Chernobyl, the TV show? Not good, not terrible. I think that's the meme, right? Not great, not terrible. Unfortunately, I don't have too many options at this point, but nonetheless, we'll just build that. Build this first because I need this done ASAP, and then I also want these done as well. So make sure these are high priority. And then maybe we'll bring some lead here. Let's see how this one's doing. We're almost there. Wonder why. Anyways, building melted again. Temp shift plate. Okay, that's fine. What I have to watch out for now is the batteries here. I have to make sure that I'm not gonna cook the batteries. The batteries should be coming out actually right here. Yeah. So. Thank God I checked that, because otherwise this is going to be a big problem. Lead metal blocks are 68% radiation blockage, says Foamy. Way better than gold in that case. Gold is the worst metal for blocking, I think. Lead is great, not sure the exact value. I'll have to bring lead for sure then, or something else, or plastic. Plastic is probably more reasonable. I really hope that your eco power banks are not. Yes, they're all over there. Thank goodness. That is, Ethan forgets that for his usage. Power banks are consumables. Dirt or pasta or coal. Hey, what's up, Creative Chaos? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hello, Ryan. Not sure who Ryan is, but welcome to the stream, Creative Chaos. You can delete existing tiles to get it. Wait, sorry. What is that in reference to, Mike? I'm sorry. I'm so far behind on the chat. I'm reading it too late. Kevin says forgot why dirt would turn into, so maybe not that. Gold isn't as great as a radiant blocker, though it would spike to the core nicely. Oh, that's true. So it's got like double function there. Jay says, need a way for the dupes to get to the pitch construction on. Oh, yes. So again, just so far behind. I did construct that already as I'm reading this now. Oh, nice. We'll take a Phlox. It's not gonna do too well on this asteroid, but what are you doing? Are you having like a seizure? Okay, I don't know what he was doing, but whatever. Did you fix your booster yet? No, I need your booster to be done. Are you not going to do this? Low priority. All right, whatever. Well, you know what? How about we set these to low priority, right? And then this one should be high. At least we got no... This one should be high as well. Bottle filler should be regular. They can't get across the pump. Says Kitty. It should. Oh yes, you are right. You are right. Let's just build them going down then. I thought they could. For some reason, I didn't see that this was a two gap. Thank you for letting me know. Now that I think of it, that's what Jay was talking about too. I'm almost certain. If the solar panels have lead wire, I'd swap those to gold. Oh, that's true. That's true. They are made out of lead. Almost every one of the wires is made out of lead. Not sure what he has. Yeah, it's all lead. It's all lead. My conductive wires. I don't have lead on this asteroid. I only have steel. Yeah, it's just steel and gold. So that's okay though, because like Foamy said, I get a little bit of the core out of this. So at least they're not going to be pissed off when they're just standing in the magma. Ryan Gosling. You to your Ryan Gosling. Oh, no, this is not good. I forgot I built that one. Because there's what's it called up here? Power banks. As long as the power banks aren't frying, I'm good. Okay, and this one should be okay. I don't foresee any problems here. This is flooding already? Okay, well, whatever. The temperature is a lot lower though, so that's kind of good, I suppose. And I'm gonna take away all those. The ice can stay there and melt or whatever. I really need this to get done, so this is kind of what I would rather have. Yeah, here it is. So we got Chip. Let's go level Chip up. I think what would be the best for Chip here? Don't care about that because he's always in an ammo suit. I think gears maybe, just in case I have a problem with gear bombing again. And then actually, I already got the reduction penalty here, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But that leads me to power banking as well, so it's not too bad. Yeah, now we can. So as soon as he takes that, I'm just gonna watch him to make sure he gets this done without getting himself killed, and we'll spend some time just kind of hanging out here, watching to make sure this is okay. This looks like it's overpressured anyways or something, or maybe it's just still like priming itself, and something's overheated as well. We got a lot of problems going on here. What's overheating? Oh, something's overheating here. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess this is flowing a lot better now than it was before. So yeah, that would make sense that it's all going to overheat. So let's see, what can we do here to rectify this? Probably the same thing that I did here is put it all inside insulated tiles. That may be the best solution. So if I just build insulated here and here, that wouldn't work because of this thing is kind of in the way. I can get rid of this entirely. I could just put this in here. I could do this. Build that. Take this out for now. Build this, delete this. So let me go back to here. Build this, delete this, and then just build a wall here so I don't have this happening. Got a lot of heat here. A lot of heat. Not the best thing, not the worst thing, but we'll try to fix everything out. I meant to delete the... Oh, okay. To delete the tiles to get into the volcano instead of just digging. I suppose I could have done that, yeah. You're right. You're right. I'm going to work on those turbines. And Aqua Tuner is awesome. Good job, Creative Chaos. Let me know if you need anything or any advice on that. I'm here. I'm live until... Actually, I got about 20 to 25 minutes before I gotta go. And then... oh, good call if that's the case, says Foamy. Yeah, I do have a lot of lead. Like everything, almost all the pipe, or almost all of the electricals built out of lead here. So go to here, almost all lead. I have a strong preference to use the lead for building electrical wiring. This is why carbon dioxide is nice to heat not spreading. That's true. Carbon dioxide is really helpful in that regard. It gets cool very quickly, so almost anything that it interacts with like immediately gets cold. The problem is I am making a little bit of like I'm getting these areas very hot. So now that this is complete, I have the power running around this way. So what I'll do is I'll deconstruct everything here. I'll deconstruct this as well. And then just make this a solid wall. So I'm not spreading this heat all over the place. I can always get in from this side. And then if they have to get on this side of this chamber, they have plenty of other opportunities to go a different way. Oh, we just lost power to this though, for some reason. Why did we lose power to that? Did we lose power everywhere just now? No. Oh, that must have been, okay, must have been just charging. So anyways, let's build granite like this. And then that'll kind of fix this problem temporarily. Okay, so this rocket, oh, see, it's actually still going. The logistics space station. I can't quite deploy yet. I still have to be within orbital range, and then I'll send them back here and try to mine things out with the drill cone to test Kevin's question if I do need a digger for those tasks. Back here on the... Oh, let's go back to Freezeal, actually. So Otto's doing okay. He's gotten started with this project. This is already turned into... Actually, what I should do is take this hot metal and maybe put it down here where it can turn into ice. Maybe just plop it right in here, actually. So get this done as well. And then we'll turn this into an iron storage facility where all the hot materials can go and all this stuff, and turn all that into ice. Hopefully. Just spread some more heat. Spread some more heat down there. Or sorry, not turn into ice. Turn into water. Turn the ice into water. Homie says, I build all my heavy watt out of gold. It makes for a huge decor difference. That's actually not a bad solution to the negative gold penalty that you would get. I never really thought about it that way. I usually don't consider the decor outside of my base to be worthwhile to consider setting up more than I have to. So that's kind of why I just let it be. But I never thought of it that way. Vitaly says, would you recommend taming a gold volcano before I have an industrial brick? Yes. You're mostly on coal. If you have enough steel and oh, thank you for the sip of Esca, by the way, Kitty. I just got that now. I'm 4 minutes late, but I did take a swig for you just there. I'll take another one. Appreciate that. Yes, I would, because gold is such a useful resource. So gold volcanoes are pretty easy to tame, and refined gold from the gold volcano will allow you to build a bunch of buildings without having to use the rock crusher. And okay, so let me just talk about this for a second. The rock crusher is one of those buildings that I selectively like to avoid because of how inefficient it is at making refined metals. So if you look at the rock crusher, go back here, and this is the same thing with the oil refinery. It turns gold amalgam into regular gold at a 50% rate. So from 100 kilograms to 50 kilograms. Now, I know what you're saying. Why choose this building to avoid when you're using a bunch of other inefficient techniques? I don't know. It's just something that I always consider, like duplicant labor to me. Like the duplicants doing their jobs is really, really important to progress the colony quicker and faster. So if they're spending their time doing something like this that is so easily avoidable when they could be doing other tasks, that to me is a valid reason to try to avoid the rock crusher as much as possible. Now, okay, so then you say, fine, then I'm going to set up a metal refinery and make gold amalgam into gold at 100% ratio 1-to-1. Again, that's fine. In fact, that's probably what I would say to do if you had to make refined metals and you have a lot of gold amalgam. But if you have a gold volcano available, it is super easy to tame and you're getting that refined metals for free. So I would say it's 100% better to get this online. Because remember, in order to get a metal refinery, you should probably have it in an industrial brick anyways. And by that time, you're going to need a ton of refined metals to process things, effectively to make all of this happen. So you may as well just have a bunch of gold accumulating for free while you can from the gold volcano. So yeah, that's my whole spiel on why I think you should do the gold volcano before you have the industrial brick. But again, it's all personal preference. Like I always say, there's really no wrong or right way to play the game. Let's deploy the cargo. I think that as long as you have like a path in mind, actually, let's say, where are we going to go? We have LG, slime, dirt. None of this is real particularly useful. I would rather get the cobalt. So let's go here. So now we have a bunch of gold here waiting for us, and then we can delete that storage container. So again, there's no like right or wrong path. As long as you have like a path in mind and it's going to work for you, that's what's most important in my opinion. But whether or not you're trying to whether or not you're trying to follow a guide on YouTube or asking my opinion, what's more important is that your asteroid has you have a plan in mind to expand and build according to how you want to progress through the game. I think that's the most important thing. But again, just going back to the start of all that, if you have the gold volcano working earlier, you can accumulate thousands and thousands of tons more refined metal than if you have it covered up and then you try to tame it after you have an industrial brick online. Again, it also depends, like consider that it also depends on how big your industrial brick is, right? Like if you're building a small one just to get yourself started, it's probably not going to take as long as if you're building a massive one. So again, it just really depends on the progression that you're taking with your game. Not the best thing for Uli to be doing or a chip to be doing right here. It's a little bit hot. I probably could help him out by I don't want to dig that up because then everything would fall. I'll dig this out so everything at least falls right there. But I might have to watch him here because he might hurt himself if he's not being watched. Let me just go back here. Could the pump on the left? Could pump on the left of the rocket too? Yeah, I could definitely. Let's set one up. Great suggestion. Oh, you know what? I don't think it would matter because these things are pretty full anyways. Like they're queued up. So when one of them goes off, they automatically send a this is not my bottleneck. So I don't think it would matter too much to build a secondary pump. What I'm going to continue to do actually is just get these dealt with. And then I'll build a rocket platform here once I have enough of it kind of flowing over. I think I could probably get this dug out as well. I'm not sure if that's a really good idea. I think I'll just wait on that. For now, it's okay. These I don't care too much about. I'll just deconstruct these, and then we'll get rid of all the piping as well. Gold heavy wall conductive overlap on top of gold metal tiles is basically the core neutral. It's really nice for industrial bricks. That is a great idea, Foamy. Let's see here. Even a modest pool of water is enough to keep it cool. This is Emma, I think is your name. Welcome to the stream. You can tame a gold volcano by doing nothing more than putting a couple thousand kilos of water into it. That's true. It is very, very easy. The gold and the copper and iron are all very, very easy. Gold especially is incredibly easy. And aluminum. Aluminum is super easy as well. But I mean, they're all easy, relatively speaking. Once you figure one out, you kind of figure everything else out. It just depends on how crazy you want to get with the infrastructure. I like to cool the gold as it comes out, which is again very, very easy because gold is very easy to cool. So yeah, I like to make sure that happens before I start using it throughout my asteroid. Okay, so this is taking a long time to drive here. It is piloted. We do have what's it called on board? We do have data banks on board. I thought it would be a little bit faster, but I guess the pilot boost, I guess the pilot's piloting skill and the pilot boost that they get is just so significant. So when you are on a robo pilot, it takes forever. Like eventually you can steam turbine it, but even temporary measures will last a very long time, giving you piles and piles of free refined gold. All right, so now I think it's time to get out of here, Chip. I'm gonna let you finish that, and then you did. Oh, okay, get out of there. Please get out. No. Just get out. Just get out. You're hurting yourself. I saw that big drop in health. Where's the triage? Is there no triage caught on this asteroid? Triage. This is more important for you, buddy. All right, get yourself in here. I don't need you to be pissed off at me or whatever. A little bit of heat won't do too much damage. Get yourself fixed up before you die, and then we'll worry about the rest later. We have some little bit of iron in here. It's being cooled down. We have some water here. As soon as this thing is built, we can start harvesting a little bit of water from there and some brine. That needs to be built as well. So he's working by himself. He's not doing too bad. So, fine. Josh says, Clay needs to make an ore volcano, but make it how like the minor volcano works for iron. Yeah, that would be a cool idea. I'm always surprised that we've never had something like that, to be honest with you. You can have my save, but the one gold volcano is why every single scrap of metal in my base is gold unless I need aluminum thermal properties. Well, lead for the conductive wires since they have neutral decor. Jay says, are you going to start smart battery up on the volcano planet? So there's no point, Jay, because I don't have any way to cool it. The smart battery would just overheat in the space area. I could maybe deliver some water here or something and start cycling it through. It wouldn't be too hard to cool. Like, I literally just have to have a little... You know what? I do have water. I have water right here. I'm almost out as far as these tanks goes, but I do have water right here. I could probably cool it. The thing is, even if I did cool it, there's not any use for it currently until I start building infrastructure. Because I'm not using the power for anything other than powering this door and powering this beacon. So for now, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. But since you did mention some building here, let's go ahead and move this over. Build the rocket platform on this side so we can move everything over. Actually, I'll move it down one just so it's in line with this. And then I can start moving all this infrastructure over as well, starting on the next stream. Maybe I'll move this door a little bit higher next time, so it's like a 1-to-1 where they get out, something like that. Again, this insulated tile here, the only purpose this serves is just to prevent the exhaust from going over as I'm leaving. The exhaust evaporates pretty quickly because of the vacuum, so it doesn't have to be very high at all. In terms of difficulty, Foamy says it's gold, then it's copper, iron, aluminum, and magma. And of course, at the very end, I would say niobium, which is somewhere here. It is somewhere here, I think. Let's go back and check on Chip. Jack Jester, hey, I finally launched my first shuttle to another planet. Your most recent video really helped. You mentioned being able to trust your colony AFK, being a good marker for a mid-game hump. Awesome, Jack. Thank you so much for the feedback, and congratulations on getting through that hump in your hump in your colony. Yes, absolutely. I always stress that. Well, I stress on stream a lot. But I've recently started to try to integrate more of that advice into videos where, like, if you can't, like, for instance, a lot of what I'm doing right now is just being away from my main colony. If these guys can't support themselves, then the colony's doomed, right? Because I can't afford to pay attention to them while I'm trying to, help these guys not get stuck in the lava or whatever. So all that stuff that's happening here, there's no way I could keep on top of it if I wasn't, if my main colony wasn't self-sustaining. So that's awesome. Good for you, Jack. Thank you for coming by and giving me the great feedback. I love it. Homie says, aluminum volcanoes actually output pretty substantial amounts of heat. You need to be careful to avoid getting tiles in your tamer. Yeah, I mean, they have their variations in difficulty, but I sometimes tend to group them together in like the novice style volcanoes, especially if you build one type of volcano tamer that works, you can pretty much build it for the rest of your volcanoes as long as you follow the exact method. Like, for example, cobalt. And my cobalt looks exactly the same as the gold and iron and aluminum and all that stuff. Oh boy. You know what? Just build this for me and we can get out of here. Because you guys are already out of water anyway. So anyways, it's one of those things where if you can get yourself so hold on here. Cruise boarded, destination home. If you can get yourself yeah, we got 2 ultis here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and launch. If you can get yourself oh, I should have put an auto sweeper here. Dang it. If you can go ahead and build like one type of tamer that works for all of them, then the difficulty becomes sort of trivial because your main priorities are having enough steam to not melt the inside buildings, so the heat doesn't get distributed quickly enough to melt these buildings. The second criteria would be, well, obviously beyond like steel and all that stuff. So once you figure out the steam situation, you're good. Once you figure out the cooling situation, if you choose to cool your metals locally, then you're good. And everything else is really the same, right? Like, you just want to have your steam turbines to delete the heat. You just want to have an aqua tuner in here away from the volcano so it's not being bombarded by the direct heat of it, which is a little bit harder for Magma. Magma, it's a good idea. Like, this is already really very far away, but if you had to put this closer to the volcano, you'd have to build a wall here. So otherwise, the magma will go on top of it and destroy it, right? So, but in general, I would say that they have variations of difficulty, but it's all like grouped together in sort of a novice category of difficulty at the end of the day, just because they are pretty simple to an extent. Let's keep building on this. Get these guys to be a little bit busy. You know what I should do? I should just build like something like this. It's a little bit annoying having to come back here every time. Jack says, when I saw it, I could give me a huge boost of confidence. Awesome, Jack. Yeah, like that's great to hear. It's another great point that you make is like when you figure something out for the first time, all you have to do is like repeat what is successful, right? So when you get confidence that something is working, you no longer have to guess like, oh, is this going to work this time? Is that going to work? Should I change it up? No, all you have to do is keep following the same successful technique that you've been using. And for the most part, actually, kitty cats can get the cool suit. And for the most part, you're going to be just fine for the rest of your playthrough. Yes, there's some experimentation you probably have to do on other areas or other aspects, but I think in general, you're doing great if you can get that confidence for yourself. Okay, so let's go and check on Freezeal. Let's see how Chip is doing. Chip has been healed up by the looks of things. Not fully healed, maybe? Yeah, he's fully healed. Okay. I'm not sure where Chip is. Oh, he's down here doing the iron stuff. Okay, so anyways, he's got this figured out. He needs to get this figured out next. He has eco power banks as well. Eco power bank is here. So we should probably build a couple more as soon as we get this mopped up. And the heat has been largely rectified. We just have to build this insulated tile, put that on high demand. So he does that quickly. Creative Chaos says, remind me again, the steam turbine and aqua tuner needs to be steel. Only the aqua tuner needs to be steel. The steam turbine can be anything because it will overheat at 100 degrees anyways and not work. So it doesn't have to be steel. Hope landing the pad won't melt from the magma. No, it's made out of steel. It should not melt. Let's go back and double check. So the magma, or sorry, the rocket landing pad melts at 2400 degrees, and the magma's only 1800 degrees. So yeah, that'll be fine. It's yeah, but thanks for reminding me to check. That's a good concern to have. That's what I thought, and the aluminum version broke. I have to add another turbine and dump much more water in. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what I mean, Foamy. Like, once you like figure it out the first time, then you just have to repeat the successful way of doing it, and then you're pretty much good. Like once you get the concept down to build a tamer, if something breaks, then you know how to fix it because you've been there with like in that situation, right? Like for instance, that's not good. For instance, okay, they can reach it from there. That's fine. He's good. And then I'll open up this down here. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go in from the back way. Like for instance, on my gold volcano here, I think it was this one, or maybe it was this one. I'm not sure which. But on one of these gold volcanoes, just randomly, throughout this playthrough on stream, one of these auto sweepers began to melt. Or, sorry, not to melt, but take damage. And I didn't understand why, because it was working for like hundreds and hundreds of cycles. And then I realized that the steam was okay. The steam was okay. Like nothing changed in the volcano, except, oh, it was this one. Except I started using supercoolant as my source of coolant here. So because I had supercoolant and I was chilling down the supercoolant way lower than I was chilling the polluted water, the aqua tuner began to work way more than it ever did. And I was also throwing more heat into this area. So not only was it cooling down the supercoolant more than the polluted water was ever cooled down, it was also cooling a lot more frequently. So this thing was just making the steam way too hot. So it was one of those situations that I didn't know why it was breaking, but after I ran for a couple cycles and like figured out what was wrong with it, I realized it was just because I was, it wasn't actually anything wrong with the tamer itself. It was the fact that I put a lot more heat into the aqua tuner than I did before. And these things, combined with the heat from the aqua tuner, started to make the steam way too hot, and the steam turbines weren't keeping up. So it was an interesting dilemma to get into, but that's what I mean. Like when you figure out the reason why something starts to break once, you can kind of just repeat, like for instance, what could go wrong with a gold volcano, or sorry, this volcano tamer? Either there's not enough steam, so the heat isn't evenly being distributed properly and it's not cooling these auto supers efficiently enough, or you're creating more heat out of nowhere. And the heat could be coming from whatever's inside the conveyor rails. Like if you're running your conveyor rails over top of these buildings without sufficient cooling by the time that gets there, which I am, but these don't overheat. Or if you're throwing in more heat all of a sudden, which you weren't before. So it's one of those situations where, like, if you can, if you built a very basic tamer once, you can kind of identify the issues of why it's not working if it's on a similar volcano somewhere else. I don't know. I hope that all makes sense. That was more for, like, in general, the chat, like for people like Jack who are looking to get their confidence in the game, right? So it wasn't specifically for. This is the typical overheat because from the rocket just came back, but it'll get cooled down once this starts flowing. That was just for in general the for the chat. If you're still new to Ani and you're trying to just find your footing or whatnot, you know, once you build a successful tamer or a successful metal refinery build or whatever, once. And inevitably, something will eventually break, and you'll have to try to figure out what that is. And, you know, you get a huge boost of confidence once you do, and you don't have to experiment as much. You can kind of go directly for a fix instead of blindly throwing things at the situation and hoping that it works, right? So let's see here. So Kevin asked earlier in the stream that do I need a digger inside the rocket ship? Apparently not. Apparently it works without it. Now, I'm not accumulating any cargo from here because obviously I have no cargo bay, so I'm just going to go ahead and come home. I don't need to be here, but it is in fact drilling, and it's what it seems to be working. But let's come home, and we can deconstruct the module that's carrying all the gold and install something else. Okay, so sorry, I'm way far behind again. After that huge spiel, Foamy says, I added another turbine and dumped a bunch more water. And yep, it's something as simple as that. And then Foamy, that's a great point, is that the solution is often very, very simple. So, if you're like a new player trying to figure things out, the solution is usually very easy. If something is like colossally broken, it might be a little bit of a different situation. But yeah, the solutions are usually pretty simple when it comes to stuff like that. A lady might need more of a dress, Yeah, I don't know what I gave Kitty, but it looked cool. I don't know. I think well, to be fair though, I don't think duplicants have a gender. I think they're all genetic what's it called? Genetic ooze, right? I don't think any of them are particularly preferential to what type of dress or suit that they're wearing. Kevin said, I had a single turbine metal tamer working, but decided to go with double to iron and aluminum. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm doing a double here as well. Gold, I did have provisions at some point to set up another turbine here, as you can see, but I just never used it because, again, gold is just super easy. Duplicants dies to get there, but next time hopefully less. That's a good goal to have. 0 duplicant deaths on your next run. Hey, what's up, Charlie? The planet's surface is forbidden spaghetti sauce. Josh says, what would happen if your infinite storage of magma solidified? Would it lose mass or stay the same? So as long as you're not digging it out, the mass stays the same. If it's solidified, I would be kind of in trouble because, depending on where it's solidified. If it starts to solidify up here, it's not that big of a deal, I think. I think it would just potentially reheat if I started dumping more magma and therefore more heat into it. I think if it's solidified here, I would be in trouble because it would break like the system that's going on here. So let's just hope that it doesn't happen for the time being. This does solidify at 409. I think as long as I maintain the slight temperatures above that, it should be okay. So that being said, I do have to come back here pretty quick to get this done. So I think the next thing to do is to send 2 rockets or maybe 1 rocket with a lot of duplicants to get all this. Maybe even build a second tamer, or sorry, a second storage unit, maybe right beside it, because I do have more gold in various different places that I could use to keep this vent from becoming overpressured. So I don't know. I just know I have to get rid of this ASAP so I can start building. It's not a lot of magma, but it will take some time. I could start pushing it over as well. Like I could start building here and starting to push it over and like condensing it. But I don't know if I want to do all that. I think this technique is all right for now. And then I think in long term, what I'll do is I'll build a massive chamber and just break this open and just have it be inside the massive chamber of airflow tiles instead of in this little area here. I don't know. Like I think using it for geothermal heat and eventually turning it all into igneous rock is probably the way to go. If you dig it out, you will lose 50%. Yes, that is correct, Charlie. Creative Chaos says, I guess I didn't ask you before when you were explaining the aqua tuner steam turbines to me. How will I know how many I need to put in the same box? Just 1 aqua tuner. You only need 1 aqua tuner, and I would just go with 2 steam turbines. You can never have too many steam turbines if you're just trying to cool. Like at a certain point, it does become a waste of resources. But if you're just trying to make sure that things work, you can have 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't really matter. But I would just like make your steam chamber big enough to hold 2, and then you'll be good for sure. Like 2 is fine. But again, you could have 3 if you want. You could have 4, but 1 aqua tuner. All you need is 1 aqua tuner. Oh, for it to be faster, Kevin. Oh, okay. I do not know the answer to that. I know that I can tell just by how slow this rocket has been running that it does indeed make a huge difference if I have the pilots on board. Like it's the Robo pilot is just so slow. Let's see. Any tips for taming a steam vent? Oh, what temperature water comes out of the turbine? So people have already answered 95 degrees. The steam vent is a little bit tricky because you can't have your aqua tuner in the same room as the steam vent. It will melt unless you make it out of thermium, which obviously you probably don't have at that early in the game. So you have to have it in a separate chamber. The steam vent is otherwise very easy. Just have at least, I would say at least 4 steam turbines up top. You can have less, but I would just do 4 because you do have the capacity to use 4 at full potential. And then you have your aqua tuner instead of a separate chamber with diamond window tiles. And that's literally all you have to do. This aqua tuner, the function of this aqua tuner is only to cool the steam turbines. Now, obviously, this one's running a little bit inefficient rather, because I'm cooling, I'm simultaneously heating up and cooling this mercury that's surrounding this area. And that's because I'm getting heat from all these different sources. Like, for instance, if I go to my heat overlay, I'm getting heat from here, I'm getting heat from here, which is leaking in, and everything's just being very, very hot. So it's heating up the coolant quite a bit. It goes from 2 degrees to 6 degrees in just that little span. So I probably could make this a lot more efficient. It also would help if the insulated pipe was not made out of granite, because if you look, it's coming in at around 7 degrees. Well, I mean, I guess it depends per packet. The packets are different temperatures. But if the granite here isn't helping. If I ran the granite through the insulated tiles, it would be a lot better than going through the steam room itself. But anyways, regardless of those little inefficiencies, just have one big steam room, collect all the steam, send it into a water storage chamber, which I have up here, way up here, 95 degrees, pretty hot, so just be careful of that. Good for a Spalm or a Hydra, for sure. And, let's keep going on this while I'm here. And just have it in a separate room. So not just one steam turbine. Well, one would be fine, probably. 2 is preferred. 2 will make sure that it always works. Like, again, so like Foamy was saying earlier, he put a second one in for his aluminum volcano, which is kind of required for aluminum. But for gold, 1 is fine, right? So if you have 2 at all, like if you have 2 for the gold, you're still going to be fine. And realistically, you're not wasting too much material. It's just an extra build, an extra steam turbine. I would always put 2, just so you don't have to remember, like, oh, does the gold need 1 or 2? Does the aluminum need 1 or 2? Does the iron need 1 or 2? If you just use 2, you'll always be okay. For the regular volcanoes, like the minor volcano and the regular volcano, you definitely want more than 2. At that point, you probably want to have 3 minimum, maybe even more. Like maybe you want something like this, because you can look like they're all working at 50% efficiency from this one minor volcano, right? So there's a lot of heat coming from these guys, especially this one. The steam room, yeah, especially that one as well. Will cook your base with 95 degree water. Yes, 95 degree water will cook. However, you can send 95 degree water to your Hydra or your spawn and then cool it. And it's a lot easier to cool oxygen than it is to cool water. So if you need cold water, get it from somewhere else, right? If you can. If you need hot water, or if you only have hot water, I would send that to your Hydra to make oxygen, and then just cool your oxygen, which is way easier to cool. Even a single uninsulated pipe with 95 degree water can cook a base. Absolutely. Foamy, you are 100%. That's a great warning to new players. That will roast everything. Okay, what's going on here? Let's see. We have this built. No, we still don't have this built. I really want to get this mopped up, though. One second, chat. I'm just thinking about stuff here. I want to get this done ASAP, so let's put that on there. Do you use the mission control station? Mission control station. I don't think I have that set up anywhere. Let's see. No, I definitely don't have this set up. I should probably use this. Let's try it. Does this thing overheat? Yes, it probably does overheat, right? 75. So let's build it out of steel. Didn't realize didn't realize it was hot until it was too late. Says Jay. That is just the worst when that happens. Likewise, the hydrogen is very, very hot, and it keeps melting. I should put tungsten here, to be honest. I think I have tungsten available, or what's the other one that's not tungsten? Is it tungsten? What am I trying to think of here? Yeah, tungsten. Yeah, tungsten is the 3400, and steel is 24, I think, right? Steel is 20. Yeah, tungsten is what I should be making this out of. Just up here, I think. This is the part that always melts. Everything else is fine. How many for irons? Asks Jay. 2 is fine. I don't have an iron volcano on this asteroid, actually, but yeah, 2 is fine for. I have copper. I have aluminum. I have cobalt. 2 is fine for all the volcanoes as long as your steam is sufficient. And if you don't know if your steam is sufficient or not, just make sure it's at least 100 kilograms. So for copper, I'm using 50. For copper is fine. For 50. For aluminum here, I'm using 61. Gold is 34. So you really don't need a lot for gold. By the way, these aren't calculated numbers. This is just like in general. Cobalt is I'm using 34 kilograms here. 50 again, 60 for copper. I think if you have between 50 and 100, you'll be okay. You definitely don't want too low of steam, and you definitely don't want too low. I would say is between I wouldn't have less than 30 or anything if I can help it. I don't know the exact amount of steam that you the minimum amount of steam that you would need. I just like to keep I like to sort of have what I like to aim between 50 to 100 for all of them. And that's just from personal experience. Again, it's not math. I don't math in Ani. It's just 50 to 100 is kind of the right amount, I would say. It's fun to panic digging from time to time for food. That's part of the game. It's part of the fun. The learning curve of this game is absolutely part of what makes this so enjoyable. So if you ever have the game is I love the early and mid game phase when you're still trying to set things up, trying to figure out how the base will go, trying to encounter problems along the way, trying to make it sustainable. That to me is the absolute favorite part of playing Ani. So I really enjoy the struggles of early game. And then having those issues pop up out of nowhere and trying to fix them. I don't know why this is not insulated, by the way. I probably should make it out of insulated. Make it out of granite, I guess, because I don't have a lot of sedimentary rock. Can they not get to here? Okay, they can. They're okay. By the way, look how much we've sort of cut down on the heat that's coming out this way. This is still very hot, but I believe that's because of the oil. The oil, actually, it's an insulated tile, so it's probably because of this. Oh, maybe because of this as well. I don't know. I don't know what's making all of this heat. It could be just lingering around from partially from this, partially from that. I could probably delete this, now come to think of it. I don't need this to be here. I mean, I could just do this and then delete this Heavy watt conductive joint plate. 2 turbines and 1 tuner for non-geotuned volcanoes are more than enough, says Charlie. I would agree with that. That's in response to Creative Chaos, I think. So Creative Chaos, if you weren't reading chat, Charlie said 2 should be okay. Foamy says, I actually went from 2 to 3 for the aluminum. I usually build 2 for other volcanoes just to have some room in the steam room for various other bits of gear. So yeah, there you go. Creative Chaos, some more input. For some volcanoes, maybe you want to jump to 3. Like, that's a great point. Actually, it's always good to provision to leave more room for just in case you have to make that upgrade, right? I think that's perfectly reasonable design choice. Now, I think I'm going to delete this, but this will create a lot of heat. Like, this is currently vacuumed out. I really don't want this to have atmosphere in it, so I might just suffer, or you know what? I'm not gonna suffer. What am I saying here? I might just block this off. Vacuum it out, and then just cool this with itself, basically, because the oil is already cooling all this other equipment in here. Since it is a vacuum, I could just as easily go over it with the conductive panels again when it's vacuumed and have it cooled. Actually, I don't even need this in here. The only purpose that this serves is to check to make sure there's no like water coming in, but I'm pretty sure I'm already doing that here. So this is just a redundant check that I'm doing. So I could just delete this entirely, actually. So let's do that now. Get rid of all this. Caught it before it got too hot. Just killed about half of the... holy smokes, I forgot. I am so far behind again. Sorry, chat. I keep going on these long spiels. I get backed up in chat like crazy. By the way, I can go a little bit longer. I just got a message that I'm okay to keep going here. So I was originally going to end the stream like now, but I'm good to keep going for a bit. So I'm gonna try to quickly get through the chat here and get everything caught up. Just something's entombed. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, Foamy says, good uses for hot water are things that deleted, like electrolyzers, supercomputers, drinking stations, and even plants. Yeah, that's exactly great point. My favorite is electrolyzers. Charlie says, Luma has played a 1 turbine compact metal volcano tamer, but his builds are really complicated for new players. Luma. That name sounds familiar. I'm struggling so hard to build with this turbine thing. Do I need the wires with steel too? So nothing needs to be steel, except if it's touching the magma or the molten gold or whatever you're trying to tame. Like, what are you trying to tame? Creative Chaos. The only thing that has to be steel is the aqua tuner and whatever might be incidentally crossing the path of the magma as it comes out of the volcano. But if you have a gold volcano, it usually turns into solid gold really, really quickly. Let's see. I think Room is Expanded has a room setup that makes it work better. For the control station. Foamy has a good point. If you need steel wires on a turbine, you're probably doing something wrong. That is absolutely true. Steel overheat bonus is why you need it for machinery. It's sometimes without an overheat requirement that you need to keep from melting. So let me show you what Foamy's talking about visually here, Creative Chaos. So what Foamy's saying is that when you have the aqua tuner, you can see on the status screen that it overheats at 325 degrees, and on the overlay pop-up, it says that steel gives it a plus 200 degrees from its base value of 125. So 325 is the overheat temperature for this machine because of steel. But what Foamy is saying is that something like the conveyor rail, which is built out of cobalt here, is built out... Well, cobalt does not give plus 200 degree bonus, but cobalt doesn't have an overheat temperature. So if you look in the status, there's no overheat. In fact, in this scenario, you would go to properties, and on its properties, its melting point is 1500 degrees. So the conveyor rails can be built out of anything else. That's the same with the wires. The wires can be built out of anything else, except for, like, you might have a problem with lead, because lead melts around the same temperature as the steel aqua tuner. So let me see if I can find some lead here. Yeah, 327. So you can pretty much get away with lead as well, but that's a little bit more risky. You could just as easily use like gold or something and have it be fine. Not that I want you to be off, but you're a bit late, aren't you, E? I recall you're saying 21 minutes. Yep. So again, just to reiterate, I know I'm behind on the chat, Vitaly, but I am okay to keep going for a little bit longer. Thought I was going to have to leave, but everything is good now. Charlie says, I think the only time I couldn't use lead wires in a steam room was for geotuning and Salt Geyser. Unless you put that in the wires directly behind the volcano outlet tile, it shouldn't need to be anything more than lead. At worst, coal or iron for stuff like wires. Kitty says, don't worry, Vitaly. He will read it in another 20 minutes. I sure did. I'm finally there. Maldo says 50 to 100 what kilograms of what? Yeah, sorry. Yes, let me reiterate that. I sort of skipped over a critical detail. So 50 to 100 kilograms of steam is what I like to aim for. Now, the way you calculate that is when you have this steam chamber, before you allow the volcano to erupt, you have to vacuum it out entirely because you only want steam in here. And then you drop water on the tiles with a pump. A bottle emptier. And here's how you do the math, okay? I don't recommend doing the math. I think for me, the easiest thing is to drop at least enough water to cover the entire bottom here and to make it look sort of like this, but a little bit more. Like I would say, make it look like this, all right? So this is about 500 kilograms. And then once the volcano starts erupting and it's at temperature, you will see how much steam you have in here based on how much water you drop. Now, it's very, very easy to add more or subtract. If you have too much steam, you can subtract it by using the outlet pipe of the steam turbine. Just reroute this into a reservoir. If you have not enough steam, all you have to do is put a bottle emptier here and put more water in. So you can do that without having to go back in the chamber. But the math to figure this out is your steam chamber room. Like this is 55 tiles. So you have to fill 55 tiles with, let's say, 50 kilograms of steam. So however much water that you drop here, you have to divide. So let's hold on. Let me just try to think of this. If you like if each tile has 100 kilograms of water, that will get spread out when it turns into. So that, let's say you have 100 kilograms spread across 11 tiles. That's 1,100 kilograms. That will get spread out among 55 tiles. Okay, so 1,100 divided by 55 or something like that. And that will get you the amount of steam that you're going to end up with. I don't do all that stuff, okay? I just put the water in, like, put the fries in the bag. That's all I do. I just put the fries in the bag. And then if the customer says there's not enough fries, I add more fries. If the customer says there's too much fries, I just take away fries. Okay, so that's the same thing with the water. I just put the water in the steam room. I let the volcano get to temperature, and then I add more water if needed, or subtract using this pre-made outlet from the steam turbine. So that's it. Hey, what's up, Shai? Shai asks, is it better dumping brine from cool salt slush into copper to cool the water after, or should I just use the salinator? Kind of new to the game. So I would definitely I would keep cool water, or cool brine is very, very precious. I would keep that for cooling your base just in case you need to use it for something else. If you have an abundance of it, then I would say sure. Yeah, I'll take the muck root actually. I would say sure, you can use it for different situations, but the easiest way to cool copper is probably to just use an aqua tuner setup. Like, this is a little bit farther ahead if you're new to the game, but ideally you want to use a setup like this where the aqua tuner is cooling the steam turbines and it's also cooling metal tiles underneath the volcano, which is used for taking the gold through as it's as it's erupting and turning into refined metal. So watch my video on taming metal volcanoes, and it'll kind of give you the TLDR. It's a lot. Like there's a lot going on here for a new player, but basically I'm extracting the gold using the auto sweeper, sending it in a conveyor rail that cools it in the steam room first, and then once it leaves the steam room, I'm cooling it by sending it through metal tiles, which are actively being cooled by the aqua tuner. And you can use polluted water for this. You don't have to use, like, this is a more simple setup. This is a lot going on here. Something that looks like this. But if you absolutely have to use the copper and it's very, very hot, then yes, you could just dump it into the brine, or put it into the salinator first if you need the water after. That's either way is perfectly fine. Kevin says, Ethan, your math ain't mathing. I ain't mathing in the first place. That's true. I don't pretend to know the math off the top of my head. I have to like think of it on the fly. But again, I don't find the game that hard that you need to do the math. You can do the math if you want to be super efficient, which is perfectly fine. I always say like that's fine if that's how you want to play. I just kind of throw shit together and and cross my fingers. You can do that for early volcano taming. Put it directly into the salinator is not good because the purified water will freeze in your pipes early. But the cool salt slush-wise is great for cooling your base and metal refiner early on. Let's see how this is going here. I'm gonna send some more duplicants this time, so I want to get a lot of water stacked up here. I have lots of eco power banks. Actually, I probably don't need this many. Gear bomb is great. Oxygen is great. Reed fiber is great. Atmos suits is great. So everything's great. I love it when things are great. Get rid of these things. Looks like Sweepy Bot is stuck. This thing is a little bit... it needs to be in a laboratory. Oops. Okay, well... I have to... Okay, whatever. We'll build something that next stream. I'm not going to worry about it too much now. Because it's going to have to go soon anyways in about 20 minutes. Yeah, about 3 hours in, I'll end up logging out. But I'm glad we were able to make it past 2. Originally, the goal was 2. Then I realized I could go a little bit longer. So, see, be aware that poor coolant it's poor coolant for metal refinery. Got it. Thanks. I'm starting to practice my cold to hot generators right now. It says Creative Chaos. The brine is good for that early game too. I'm always doing something wrong. I'm new. That's okay though. That's part of the game. Okay. Part of the game is doing something wrong all the time and then figuring it out and then not doing it wrong next time. So never be shy to try something. You'll get it eventually. It's kind of how I like to think of things. Keep going with this and then go with this. Do something like that. And then I also want to keep this going as well. Keep pushing this Rex over, and then this can finally go all the way down. Doing really good here, compressing the asteroid. So having a lot of fun doing that as well. I can probably just do that. Keep my duplicants a little bit busy here. I don't need to compress this water here. This is actually going to be detrimental because it'll start pushing the water over eventually. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Okay, let's go back to Space Farter here. Space Farter. Okay, I have steel on board. I have 5 tons of steel. I have a lot of stuff. I don't think I need to bring anything else. What else do I need here? I basically just need some more steel to build another one of these. And then I have everything else on this asteroid to build more pitcher pumps. So maybe I'll build another one like right beside it, put the gold over. Maybe I'll end up pushing the gold over or something. I'm not sure yet. I want to land here, so I have to make sure I go into orbit first instead of on the rock platform. Sorry, I gotta keep going with the chat here. You don't need steel conveyor for shut off in the steam room. I have a habit of making that mistake. It's a good point, Kevin. Very, very good point. Finally lured him into doing math, says Vitaly. Well, the math might not have been mathed correctly, but you get the idea. It's like, take the volume of water on the ground, and that's distributed, and divide it, and take your size of your steam room, and just divide it into the volume of water that you have. And that's how much steam you're going to end up with. Is 50 kilograms of salt water good enough to submerge the liquid vent into an infinite storage? So again, there's some sort of math involved to figure that out, but my rule of thumb, let's see here what I like to do. My rule of thumb is to have anywhere from 50 to 100 on each vent. You can go lower, like this one's like 10 kilograms. This one's 14 kilograms. So 50 kilograms is absolutely enough. Just make sure, because salt water is pretty light. So yes, I think it will work for water, but just make sure that the most important thing is that you're using substances that work well together. Like usually oil is the best one to use because you don't have to think about it. It's always going to be the heaviest, or gunk. But if you're using salt water, I believe it's only going to be good for water, or maybe even polluted water. I think that's the only thing that you want to watch out for. If you have bionic duplicants, use gunk. Says Charlie, yes, absolutely. Gunk looks pretty as well. Like I've told you guys before in this playthrough that gunk is a very pretty purple color, which I really, really like. It's also great for an oil. Like for instance, the only thing that is a little bit difficult is if you have a gunk infinite storage, you have to build it in reverse. So you have to kind of fill the gunk storage, and then once it's almost full, then you can put in your other liquids on top, which will keep the gunk storage always kind of going. Oni players are Vitaly says, so a heavier element might push the salt water on top. Yes, that's how it works. Just make sure that you're always using a heavier. You can Google this really quickly. Just say in Google like Oni elements by weight or something. So if you're storing water, it's one of the lightest liquids, so you can use polluted water, like in this case I have here. But in general, just to keep it like easy to remember, use oil, petroleum, or gunk at all times, and you'll always be good. If I have some mixtures of water here, you can see brine is at the bottom, polluted water is at the top, in the middle, and then water is at the top, the very, very top. So water is the lightest, polluted water is next, and then brine is after that. So yes, you can in fact use brine or salt water for regular water, but just make sure that you're always using a heavier liquid depending on what you're trying to store. Hey, what's up, K1? Welcome to the stream. Why are you placing tiles on the side of the map? Great question. So this is just a side project that I've been doing. This looks a lot better when I have the True Tiles mod enabled. So right now I don't, because it hasn't worked after the new update. But I'm placing these tiles because I want to try, like, these tiles, I mean, this space is, I'm never going to use this space for anything. So I'm trying to compress the asteroid so I have less fluctuations in temperature and gas exchanges that's happening throughout. And I hope that kind of gives me more FPS as I continue to build on this asteroid. Right now, it's not doing too bad. Ever since I got the new CPU, I'm actually getting 30 FPS just doing this right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's not on the stream. You guys can't see that, but I have a little counter up there. 30 FPS just doing this. So it's really, really good. My last CPU got like 10. So things have improved drastically, especially since I'm running the game in 10 and 1440p. So I'm just trying to compress the asteroid, trying to see if that helps the FPS as I move forward. I might just end up doing it for the whole asteroid, depending on how many mats I have available in total. Like, obviously, I'm going to run out of Mafic Rock, but it would be pretty cool to do it, like, throughout. I think that would be really, really interesting. Let's dig that out, I think. Why not? Let's go all the way to the bottom here. And then kind of finish that stuff, too. Jason says it's because he doesn't want idle dupes to possibly improve frame rate. Exactly. Dupes have to always be working. You know what? Like, they don't pay rent. They gotta earn their keep here. All right. So always have your dupes working, because otherwise they're just gonna pee their pants or hang out in molten lava So keep them working. Also, I'm trying to see, like, again, Jay said, see if I can improve frame rate. There's a mod that lets you auto drop full bottles from a bottle filler that I use for the gunk extractor. Says, let me just go back here. Says Charlie. Did I miss a message, by the way? No, I don't think I did. Does the infinite have to be using air tiles, or can you use any tile, including insulated? So you have to use air tiles first to enclose it, and then you can use anything else you want on the outside. You don't need anything else on the outside if you don't want to have the temperature contained. So like this, for instance, this one here is very, very hot salt water. I don't want this temperature to obviously leak out. So I have it contained with insulated tiles. But, sorry. And likewise, I don't want this water to heat up because it's 27 degrees. It's perfect for my blossoms. So I have that enclosed as well. But if I go back to my magma, the magma does not have to be insulated at all. It can, because this is all vacuum, right? So it's perfectly fine to not have it insulated. Spoken like a true capitalist. That's funny. Let's see. Actually, thinking about it, I know you could have solved that idle problem. Manual generator plus light. Oh yeah, that's true, Foamy. It's actually a great point. Just creating free power when they're not busy. Just have, at least they're doing something, right? But so that, yes, that would be perfectly fine. I think the only detriment to that is I wouldn't know if they were idle unless I saw them doing their running thing. So I wouldn't know if they had like time to do these redundant tasks that I'm getting them to do. Nice, aluminum ore. Pretty cool. So I kind of like to see when they're idle so I know if I need to give them something else to do. Oh, I just refilled this with copper or gold, whatever. It's time to delete it. I don't need this module. So I guess a bunch of gold is just going to fall in. I'll have to get that swept up so I'm not heating it up, turning it into molten gold. Then I can build. So I don't need this nose cone anymore. I think I'll keep it anyways. Let's see. Let's get the substances filled up in these rockets here. And then we'll send them on another mission. Man looks exact. Hey, what's up, awesome Julian Pro? Let's see. What are you saying? Ethan, have you ever searched up Jinx you? No, I have no idea who that is. Man looks exactly like you, but with long hair. I used to have long hair. Turns into a mullet when I grow it out. Definitely his younger brother, says Julian Pro. Nope, I have no idea who that is. I know, right? Let me go check right now. We'll do a little Jinx you. I get surfboards. Is that normal? Is he a surfer? Hey, thank you, Jack, for the subscription on Twitch. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting surf. By the way, I have to make. I know this is like I'm far behind. I'm like such a boomer, but I have to make like a little thing up here, so when you guys do the primes and stuff, you can see like get acknowledged on the screen. I like that. I like how streamers do that, but I'm so far behind in the times that I don't have that set up yet. I used to manually write the names in, but I think I need like an automated system. So yeah, thank you so much, Jack. Really appreciate your Prime subscription. And that reminds me, just if you guys are on the YouTube side, please like the stream. That will help me out immensely to get the stream to more people in the algorithm. And if you're on Twitch, you're not followed yet, please follow for more Ani content. I suppose it would heat up. Man looks exactly like, sorry. Okay, that's it for me. Good night, everyone. See you, Jay. I'm almost headed out as well, like 6 more minutes. Good night. Thank you for stopping by tonight. I'll see you Wednesday. I'll be back. on Wednesday night. I hope that I can... Yeah, Wednesday for sure. I was going to say, I hope that I can stream during the weekend, but the weekend's over. I had a long weekend, so I don't even know what day it is. Anyways, yeah, thank you for coming by tonight, Jay. Appreciate it. Then you are for Jinx you. Look up a video of him making a DS game. I think it's this guy. Okay, I'll see ya. See ya, Jay. Thank you so much for coming by. I like the little Flido guy, just moving around. Okay, I'm gonna send. Well, first of all, this has to be. Let's open up these. I want to send this rocket away and do some more mining. I really want to get more igneous rock from one of these clouds. Copper, sandstone. Hopefully, there's like an igneous rock cloud somewhere. That would be really cool. Uranium. Oh, that's, by the way, as I'm doing all this stuff, let's just go and get more oxygen. Iron ore, plasma, bleach, snow ice, hydrogen, gold regolith. I really hope there's igneous rock somewhere. Or something that the... No, I want igneous rock. Molten tungsten. What was that? Oh, battery? They should be able to fix that. I don't know. I just built like 50 batteries. How can there possibly be less batteries available? There's a lot of statues. Uranium ore would be nice. Dirt slime. I have a bunch of stuff that I already mined out here. Is there no igneous rock anywhere? That's kind of annoying. I guess not. Unless I missed it. That's too bad. Anyways, not the end of the world. Thanks for streaming. Says Sean, you are very welcome. Sean, thank you for coming by and still being here. That's awesome of you to watch the whole stream. Tally asks, is Monahan an Irish name? Yes, it is Irish. Sounds cool. It reminds me of the hockey player who played for the Calgary Flames. I forgot his name. But it's also Monahan. I really like that last name. Monahan. Oh, Sean. It's actually Sean. I didn't think it was Sean just because I thought there's no way you guys are both Sean. But that's exactly the one. Sean Monahan, yeah. I forgot what team he's playing for now. But yeah, cool name. I always thought that was a cool hockey player name. Are you the Sean Monahan from the NHL? Sean Monahan. What team does he play for now again? Columbus Blue Jackets. Okay, anyways, yes. So I do have to go. So been 3 hours or so. So I'm just gonna set up the next rocket for the mission for the next stream on Wednesday. I will be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to continue this playthrough. We'll be continuing to get this this asteroid online. I might play some time. If I have time, I'll play between streams just to get more progress done on this. There's nothing else to really do besides let our duplicants get all this magma up here. So I might build another chamber because I want to kind of get the stream going and not sit here for another 6 hours waiting for this to be all what's it called? Pumped up, right? So I might do that between streams. I don't know if I'll have time. But beyond that, yeah, it was a lot of fun hanging out tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on this Sunday evening. Thank you so much, Jack Jester on Twitch for the Prime sub. I really appreciate your support. And of course, I appreciate all of you being here as well, hanging out, supporting, just with... even if you're just here and you're hanging out, liking the stream, commenting, all that stuff really helps to help grow the channel and help get it out to more people in the algorithm. So Again, another fantastic night on Twitch, another double-digit view night on Twitch. So I'm really happy that Twitch is finally getting some traction. And YouTube is always really good. You guys are always so chatty. So thank you so much for the support. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, says Kevin. That would be much appreciated. Vesper, hey, what's up, Vesper on Twitch? Welcome. As a great stream, learned a lot. Awesome. That is so good to hear. I love it. That's the best when I get that kind of feedback. I love it. Sean Monahan says, no, I'm not. So you're not the hockey player. That's all right. Still got a cool name. Hey, Uther, what's up? Get some rest. Thank you so much, Uther. Yeah, thanks you guys for being here. Vitaly, Irish names in general, actually Scottish too. Jinx you on YouTube filtered out the comment. Okay, yes, I will look him up. It'd be really funny to find like my doppelganger, the for the channel name for the guy. Okay, I will look him up right now after I end the stream. Let's see. I missed the message also from. Let me just scroll back up here. So. Who was it? I think it was Kitty. Oh, Kitty says, thanks for entertainment and informative stream. You are very welcome, Kitty. Thank you so much for coming by again tonight and hanging out. Really appreciate your support as well. Almost 5K subs. Yes. Almost 5K subs, says Vitaly. I never thought I would make it to 5K, but I'm really glad that people have been enjoying the content enough that that you guys have helped me get to 5K. Are we celebrating 5K with champagne? Yeah, I'll buy some champagne. That'd be pretty cool. maybe a Friday night stream. Hopefully by then we'll hit 5K, and I'll have some champagne with you guys, or maybe some wine. I'm more of a red wine person. I've been told I've just started getting into wine. I'm entering my wine era, and from the wines that I've tasted so far, I've been told that the wine of my choice is the Merlot. So. Popping bottles on stream. So yeah, maybe I'll buy some wine for the 5K celebration. Then at least it's more. I like it more than champagne. But yeah, I've been trying a lot of red wines lately, and I'm a Merlot person. So my favorite wine so far, if you guys are curious, is Taylor by. Let me look it up here, and I'm just gonna turn it into a wine stream now. Taylor wine. It's Portuguese. Merlot. Is it Merlot? Merlot. It's Taylor Fladgate, I think it's called. It's like a port wine. It's from Portugal. That's my favorite wine so far. I love it. Oh yeah, Taylor Fladgate from Portugal. So that's my favorite so far. Get some cheese too. I will get some cheese. I don't like eating with like near the keyboard though. So I'll have to like very particular get some toothpicks and toothpick the cheese up. I told you guys I don't like having a slimy setup. I'm not like a germaphobe. I just don't like to have stuff slimy around my gaming. Like I need to have complete grip control on my mouse and my controller and my keyboard. I don't like to have weird stuff happening. But yeah, I'll get some wine for and it is going to be for Friday. Even if we hit 5K for Wednesday, I'll bring it for Friday because I'm a very light. I'm a very what's it called, lightweight when it comes to alcohol. I'm not much of alcohol person, so even a little bit of wine, if I have an empty stomach, does me in. So we'll get some drunk Oni gameplay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna get hammered on stream, but I'll yeah, a little bit of wine will do me in pretty good. Okay, so yeah, well, that's the plan. So Wednesday we'll be back. I hope to get some more missions done. Just dive into a cheese basket, no hands. And yeah, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Thank you for all your support. once again, thank you for Jack Jester for the Prime tonight. And thank you to everyone who came by. See you later. Gotta go, says Vitaly. I gotta go too. So see you guys. See you Wednesday. Have Kitty Cat's complete grip control. Yeah, that's it. No, you know, when you're playing an intense game, like I'm a controller person. Like I have my Xbox controller here. I need to have complete grip control when you're playing something like God of War or Red Dead or whatever. You know, like I'm not very good at games. I like games like this that are slow paced and you get to like take time to make decisions and pause and stuff. But when it comes to games like God of War or like Ani and the Blind Forest, which I played during Christmas, it's on stream, I am just not that good. So I need as many advantages as I can get. So my controller has to be pristine so I can get complete grip control on it. So my fingers aren't sliding all over the place if I'm trying to like fight a Valkyrie or something in God of War. Because I like to play on, that was one of my 5 top which one, Kitty? Ori? Are you talking about Ori or God of War? I do like Ori as well. Ori is really, really good. I would say God of War is probably one of my top faves, but Ori, I would say, is like aesthetically, I would say it's probably aesthetically and like the music and the emotion. I would say it's probably in my top 5 for sure. I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10 as well. Vitaly, Dwayne, welcome. I'm just ending the stream. I'm just doing my like outro. Outro. Welcome. It was a pretty good stream though. If you want to watch the VOD, I had a lot of fun with the chat. So sorry, Dwayne. I gotta head out. But I hope that you enjoyed your Sunday and have a great start to your week. Yes. So Ori, I would give like top 5 for sure for like emotion, art direction, sound, and all that. It's just the platforming genre is not my favorite in general. I like action adventure games, story-based games more. Games like GTA, Red Dead Redemption are my favorite of all time. And God of War, which is very story-driven. Even though like the combat style of God of War is also not my favorite genre. I like those type of narrative-driven games a lot. Like narrative-driven games are outside of like Ani are one of my Kenna Bridge of Spirits. I have that on Steam. I bought it on sale actually, I think a while ago. It's one of those Steam games that's like, oh, this is on your wish list, it's on sale. I bought it and I just haven't played it yet. But I heard many good things about it. Also, let me just check here. Since sorry everyone. I just want to reiterate the stream is like effectively over with the gameplay. I'm just chatting with the chat now, but I do have to go pretty soon here. What's that game where you're like you're like in your head? Again, it's one that I haven't played, but it's with like you're in your head and you hear voices and you gotta fight the people. It's like a similar style to God of War. Third person. And I'm gonna look it up for an hour. No, it's on my Steam. No, that's gonna take an hour. Come on now. it's yes, I have Kenna for sure, but Hellblade. Hellblade. Yes, Hellblade. That's the one. Then is Suna's or Senu's Sacrifice. I have both of the Hellblade games. Sorry, I have. These are just 2 different versions, I guess. But I have the first one, and I really, really want to play that. Because it looks like amazing art direction and amazing story. But it's not really my type of combat game. I don't really care. Like combat is always combat, or the actual gameplay is like always second to me. I really like the story-based narrative games. Ani is the one that kind of strays from that. I love games like you were way off. I love games that are like city skylines. I love Ani. I love the strategy type games, but not all strategy games. There's some games that are like like Factorio. I played the demo. I really enjoyed that. But I just don't feel like I have enough time to get into Factorio. Anno's another one that I really enjoyed. KittyCat says, I knew exactly which one you were talking about, just couldn't remember the full name. Yeah, I really want to play that someday. It looks amazing. Well, actually, I have the game. I just have to have time to play it. But yeah. Okay, anyways, I gotta go. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with me, especially if you were here. Sorry, what I meant the lurkers. I know there's people watching that don't chat as much or you know, whatever. That's cool. But lurkers, I appreciate you too. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Wednesday. New video out should be out tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. I try not to release games or videos on the same night as I stream, but Tuesday the latest, hopefully tomorrow. See you guys. Good night, everyone. Or if you're just starting your day, good morning, or you know, whatever.